That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, brought to life from the hard ear. This goes badass. You rock it down. Tommy C. This is shot from the point. I actually got angry at something before the show that happened 10 years ago, and I'm thoroughly pissed off about it. I think it's because of. I think it's honestly because of Biscuit's thing, which I'm gonna make another video about that. It has something to do with government. By the way, something just to say something on that. We have it in the community tab. Biscuit's his poor girlfriend passed away from complications of COVID. If you can find in your heart to donate, it's really just about, like, Biscuit ain't rich, and he's just trying to get her out of there and have a decent funeral for her, and that's all it's about from what I can see. And that's it. And I two things happened that I want to mention. And I think that's what made me angry, but I'm not going to get angry now. I had one criticism I got yesterday was like 100% legitimate. And the other one was like from the worst fucking kind of people you can fucking imagine. Somebody said they were a bit, well, the first one was like totally legit. It's a completely legitimate criticism. I'm not going to mention this person's name because just in case anybody tries to attack him or nothing, which wouldn't be fair, by the way, because, like I said, it was totally legit. The first person said, I was a bit put off by the political rant when you announced, Biscuit's girlfriend, and yeah, I could see why that would irritate you. And sorry, but it's not like I planned the whole thing. It was announced live on air. I meant everything I fucking said, but that was not the time or the place for it. I guess I'm really sick of when somebody passes from this thing. You got all the. There's a group of people out there that pretend it's not real, and there's another group of people out there that are like celebrating other people's death, and what nobody seems to be doing is blaming the people or the government that's like directly responsible for all this worldwide death. And I guess when this happens to somebody, I mean, Biscuit's been with us like a year now, and I like him. I don't know him very well. I think he's given us some good shows. It's just like, I don't know. It just came over me. I was like, I don't understand why the Chinese government doesn't get more flack for what happened. I don't get why, like, our trusted scientists don't get more flack for basically funneling money over there to this untrustworthy government that murders Muslims and has human rights violations up to all wazoo. They've never really truly been held accountable for it. And China just never comes up in the conversation, and when it does, it's like, you're racist. Like, no, I'm not talking about, Pin Lo, the guy that owns a Chinese restaurant down the street from my house. He's fine. I'm talking about all those, those communist maniacs. That's what I'm talking about. And, I heard that. I felt some pain, and I'm Irish, and the first place I go is anger, and that's just how I deal with shit. So anybody that was offended by that, I do truly apologize. That wasn't the time or the place, but know that it wasn't planned. I wasn't standing in anybody's grave. That's just the way I deal with shit, and it was right there, and you caught it live. So if you're upset with me, okay, but that's who I am, so I really just gotta own it. Then there's the other motherfuckers. I don't know how this guy took this. I obviously put this stuff in the this guy, the who's clearly living with his parents and has the IQ of a hockey puck from Toronto, especially the Maple Leafs. This guy writes, "I'm sorry," because I put the GoFundMe up there, like it's my GoFundMe, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
I'm sorry, but socializing loss doesn't jive with your politics. I'm going to be a callous conservative and choose not helping. Have a great one. Boy, he owned me.
Got him.
I'm a
Get
total
fucked,
hypocrite.
get fucked.
Yeah, because every conservative I know is against private fundraising, which is like, if you're going to, I think it's such a straw man. I mean, like, I'm not conservative, and I'm not against social programs. I never said I've been, and neither are conservatives. It's the cradle to grave shit, that entitlements that they're worried about. But that's not really for now. I'm not a hypocrite at all. I helped somebody else's GoFundMe for a friend who lost his girlfriend and just wanted to bury her with some fucking dignity. And this, I get the feeling a lot of things that I were criticized for, like, using my politics, I was just venting. This is what you're talking about right here. This is standing in somebody's grave. Right here. Yeah, I might have been out of line, but I was like legitimately upset, right or wrong. This guy, this is what they're talking about. This is the guy that laughs at people that die when they don't get vaccinated. When, like, the normal attitude is like, wow, man, I wish they had gotten vaccinated.
Yeah. Yeah, like a normal thing. This is like
someone. This is like some of
the.
Yeah, like, it's, and he's stupid. He's a dumb person, this guy. My politics, private raising, that's not socialism. This is all private money. Socializing. No, that's not what it is. That's not how it works. So what are we going to do? Socialize caskets? The funeral industry? Nobody would get buried. It'd be all fucked up. Those guys, they charge unbelievable amounts. Oh, God. What a racket that is, huh? Well, anyway. We got a crazy, crazy stream for you today. It's like going to be berserk. Because I don't know how I'm going to get through this without pissing somebody off. I really don't. I had a couple ideas. Well, first of all, let's talk about the video, the Jaystation video. It's amazing. It's a work of art. I really enjoyed it. It's weird because, like, I'm friendly with Jay, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you he's a good guy. He's a pretty bad person. There's no doubt about it. I can't, if he wants to call me up and fucking get mad, but I mean, like, Jay, like, you did this shit, unless of course, they lied, which I doubt. But Jay's off the internet. I don't know how much he cares. Don't you dare bring up an valid argument. Where are the parents? We are busy not dealing with our children, so let YouTube watch our kids. Yeah, I'll get into that, but I'm gonna give it the positives too. All right, that did cross my mind. We'll get into that part, but I think overall the video is really good, and I think a lot of that stuff really needed to be said. I had an idea, but I didn't idea how much he focused on children. Why I don't think that should be regulated, because of the standard it sets. It is concerning that kind of content should be getting into children's hands, but I can only do anything but blame the parents. And it's possible to keep track of your kids. I'm able to do it. I have a rule with my daughter, like, hand me your phone and the history is deleted. It's her ass. She might as well have looked at porn. And the same thing goes for my son, and I think YouTube Kids does an excellent job. And that's an app you can get in your TV. I think they do great stuff on YouTube Kids. So I really, since his, Nerd City says this target audience is between like 6 and 10, and he's getting millions and millions of views. Well, you know where your shit parents are. I mean, like, this is like the worst. Like, they're the worst. Now, is he not? Does Jay not have any responsibility? Absolutely not. But, you know, I'm sorry. When you are utterly responsible for another life, you know, like, if my daughter burns down somebody's house, I'm responsible for it.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah.
Still fast as fuck, boy.
Are you? You running from Deaf Noodles? He sounded so young there. There are some really awful parents out there. Like, they're really, really bad.
There's a few.
And I don't know if I want YouTube coming in and solving that problem, because or trying to solve the problem. Jay's content is reprehensible, but we knew that. But I have to admit, when I looked at Jay's content, I was just like, I didn't care what he was doing. Because content-wise, I didn't care what he was doing, because it's just like, it was so over the top. It was so ridiculous. Who could believe it? Well, kids could. But yeah, kids aren't supposed to be watching stuff like that, and your parents are supposed to be like, so like what the fuck? And you know what? Like, you know who's watching Jaystation? What kind of adults? It's like me and Dead Freak, because we thought it was funny, you know. He put his DNA in eggs and it grew a monster when the egg hatched.
Yeah.
Like, how could that not be funny? I don't like the children's argument. And I've had, issues with Nerd City in the past as far as like bringing the kids into it, because it invites controls on adults, and that's where I get the issue. That being said, I think it's important to have a public service message to let parents know what their kids are watching, and it can't be fucking Jaystation. We're sorry. What did they say? I missed that one.
I didn't see it.
I'd say share your screen.
We're sorry, but you can't own a YouTube account unless you're 13 years old. It's impossible for children to get on our platform. Parents watch your kids.
Your kid.
Parents watch your kids.
Yeah, parents watch your kids.
Watch your kids. I do.
Yeah,
I'm able to
fucking parents. How about that?
I'm able to.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, that's our biggest reason. And look, they're gonna see something that you don't want them to see, and it's just the way it goes. You don't freak out. You punish them for it, and you move on. It's really, really fucking simple. Like, I don't understand this. Like, all right, I remember the first wrestling match I ever seen. It was the Killer Bees versus the Hart Foundation in 1984 on Saturday morning wrestling. I think it was Superstars. And I saw it for the first time. I ran downstairs and I told my dad, I was like, I just saw the most amazing sport. I'd never seen it before. It's called wrestling. And they had all this. And my dad looks at me and goes, it's fake. And I was 7, right? Fucking ruined it, man. He ruined it. Like, I literally thought the wrestling was real for like 20 minutes. I'm still mad at him for it. He could have just let me go a couple years, for Christ's sakes. That's the way I feel about Jaystation. Now, Jay does everything we hate and worse. And he's one of the worst. He's one of the worst YouTubers ever. There's no doubt.
We were aware of that.
Threatening, and it is weird. It is hypocritical of me. Like, I don't get mad at Jay like I do like a big phony. Although I think they're one and the same. It just one's on the surface and one's, one hides it, like at Elvis the
Yeah, one's honest about it.
Yeah, one's honest about it. And he's Jay is like, if you talk to him, he's reasonably honest about what a shit he is. That's no excuse, by the way, for threatening people. And threatening the DMCA and Docs Keemstar. That's fucking out of line.
Yeah,
Keemstar's got fucking kids, man.
Cool.
Yeah, that Keemstar's got kids. Like, how fucking dare you? And like, you're gonna scare him anyway. It's just ridiculous. Jay unironically has issues. You think? And all I'm gonna say is Jay's a really bad guy. He is the worst YouTuber. He's absolutely ruthless. He's completely money driven. YouTube probably should have taken him off. Not so much because of kids, because I do think that's on the parents, but just because he abused the platform. And, you know, he abused other YouTubers. And, you know, hey, so what? Goodbye. And apparently he doesn't treat his work very well, according to them, and what have you. And he was forever pushing the limit, and he could never back down. I remember when I tried to work with him on PR stuff, and he's one of those guys. He's like most guys on YouTube. They just don't listen, no matter what. I know Jay grew up as bad as hard as a Canadian kid could grow up. That's no excuse either. I'm just saying. Maybe that's why I have a certain amount of sympathy for him. But he deserved this video. Absolutely. I won't back off of that. But, you know, he's nuts. And he might be capable of violence. It wouldn't shock me. Funny, this is really, you want to see something fucking terribly funny? And this is Jay, if you're watching this for some fucking reason, this was not me being an asshole. And trust me, nobody cares if I could totally be jumping on you and saying you're a complete piece of shit and stabbing you in the back and acting like I was never friendly with you. I'm not going to do that because I think that's actually fucked up. But this honestly happened because, like, yesterday I was thinking, I think I've been talking to you about the video. I was like, you know, I really don't think it's coming out now. I'm pretty convinced. And I'll show you how convinced I was. Because on February 2nd, I wrote, I don't know if this affects you or you even care, but something like, the video's never coming out. And, like, fucking 24 hours later, well, fuck me, sorry.
Not even.
Not
even 24 hours.
I didn't do that to be a dick. I did not do that to be a dick. Well,
Get fucking good.
You know. So yeah, that's fucking funny. So now that we covered all that, I also want to mention seeing Clown in live action. That's what I'm calling it, live action Clown.
That was great.
He was awesome. I love his acting. Even his mostly physical acting, I think he did a fantastic job. I think Nerd did a fantastic job. It's beautiful. They are like, when you heard about the fantasy about the collab between Nerd City and Clown, it was like, I almost thought like it was too good. Like maybe these guys will clash. It doesn't even matter that Jay's gone to me. It was so fucking entertaining. You didn't watch the whole thing, Jeff, but it really is just amazing.
I watched it. And
you watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. And I was just like, this seems like the best commentary video
ever.
I've ever seen.
It's so good.
That's what I've been seeing. Everybody's just sucking its balls. So
now I do have problems with some of the commentary in there, and I fear a little bit. Although I'm not worried about Clown because he understands what I do, and he's done what I do, and he's been critical of me in the past. And he knows I have no ill will when I make criticisms. And I have some criticism for the video. But mostly praise. But whenever you criticize something, the stuff that sticks out is a criticism. I don't know how much more I can praise this video. It's fucking amazing. It's a movie. It's that good. Can't wait for the next one. You know? Get to the editing room. Oh, shit, my thing broke. It's awesome. Now I can fix it. It comes out. It pops out, I should say. The boob tube. Clown looks like he just got off a long day of scaring children at the circus. He looked great, dude. The cigarettes, the laptop. It's like all the art just came to life over the years. It was so cool. It was so cool. And Nerd was cool too. Nerd was cool too. Like he does himself, and then he does was it Dr. Downvote? Is that what his name is? I always forget the fucking doctor's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's awesome. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, Jay, I don't want to undercut this too, because I know I'm being very careful here because I'm good with Nerd City. I was bad with him for a long fucking time, and it was over fucking criticism that I think the people on my show made, and he accused me of like purposely like digging up drama and stuff like that, but I really don't think I did. And I don't think I backstabbed him. I think it was honest criticism. And then he called me in the middle of the night with Clown. And he called me. It wasn't the other way around. And we sorted stuff out. And I said where I was wrong, and he said where he was wrong, and we had it. But I worry that he is going to read something into this that isn't. All right. So later in the video, we're going to watch the part that I thought was the softest, which was the Satanism part. I'm actually not 100% convinced it was even the softest. I want to go over the Satanism because I found it a little comical. And you know how I have an obsession with like the satanic panic and Satanism in general because it's funny?
Yeah.
And here's the greatest thing about Satanism. There's no such thing as a devil. Really?
Yeah.
Sorry,
it doesn't exist.
Sorry to blow your fucking, like your... Sorry to blow your cover, Jaystation. But I don't know. I think I was involved in this video and I wasn't because I'm not as good as talented as those guys. I might have cut this. But I'm going to watch it again with Jeff. Jeff's a very fair-minded young man.
Yeah.
But I just don't want this to turn into a repeat of Shot from the Point is turning on Nerd City again. These are honest, like, critiques that I have. And I'm going to make jokes. And there's another thing that's going to probably piss off Nerd. There was a drama today. I do YouTube drama. Okay? Is somebody in my circle...
My dick's too small.
I don't know how I don't cover it. But please, don't be technicals. Don't spurg the fuck out. And I know we're not... I wouldn't say we're ever tight, but I don't think we're friends like we used to be. We've never been there. We never followed each other.
I'll say right up front, like I'm not going to care enough to have a huge opinion. I'm just here for the stupidity, honestly.
I think he likes you, Jeff. You probably fucked it up. But I think it was honest criticism. And I remember, like, before you get mad at me, Nerd, like, Clown's not going to. He's not. And there's no hidden agenda. And I know you thought that about me before. And I think we kind of sorted that out. There was no agenda, and it was some misinterpretations on both sides. So we'll cover the drama first, and then we'll criticize the video. What do you think will piss Nerd off the most? The least, really?
Do you want to start with the potentially? The
I know what he's going to say.
Potentially going to piss him off first, and then get into the masterpiece of the video.
I can have Tommy. You could have done Ralph. You didn't have to do this. I could have done Ralph.
All right, I'll just fuck myself.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry. I'm trying to watch my words. Jeff, please repeat yourself. I apologize.
I said, do you want to start with the shit that's potentially going to piss him off and then get into the masterpiece of the video? Because I feel like that would be the better approach.
That was the approach I was going to go to.
Okay, well, let's do that.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to change and be a better...
No, you're not.
Dude, yes, I am. I even my delivery has changed a bit. I'm very calm now.
You're very... Okay.
No, I think it'd be cooler.
Somebody in the chat start a timer. Days since Tommy
I'm trying not to freak out as much, I suppose. Should we listen to the tape first or read the what you call it?
I mean, I think
let's read them first.
You can go. Yeah, okay.
So BowBlax, I'm actually in shock at what he said. I'm gonna stick it for fucking Nerd here too, because I did hear some of the tape before. I'm actually in shock what he said. The actual disdain for me in his voice or something I never heard from anybody else. Yes, you have. You heard it from me, Josh. I was way worse than fucking him. And all because I disagreed with his YouTube video 2 years ago. I think it was a little more than that, in fairness. He didn't need to waste his time if he was confident in his research. See, this, I bet Nick would know what the fuck was going on because I don't remember, but I seem to remember what he's talking about. All right. On a public Discord, he's doing a Twitter space thing. My name came up, I'm listening, and he went on a rant saying I'm a piece of shit because I question the validity of his demonetized words. Now, he did a little more than that. We'll get into that, though, from 2 years ago. I know BowBlax won't hate me because he just hates me in general, but he'll deal with me.
Yeah. You guys are very public with your hatred for each other.
I
So
don't
it's fine.
no, I really don't hate BowBlax anymore, and I think I hate the things I hate about BowBlax were in the kind of the time frame where Nerd got mad at him, and I'll go over that in a minute. But I think he's changed a lot since he did Twitter Versus. You know, I had a problem with him. You know, I'll be honest with you, not gatekeeping him out because I thought he was irresponsible with some of the stuff was bringing into the community. And I think he's made good. I think the Twitter Versus provided a great service. I think he even had, especially the Pokimane stuff. I think he did a fucking fantastic job. He's come on here. He's been cool. We've joked with each other. I've gone on and on how funny he is. His Twitter timeline's amazing. You want to crack the fuck up, follow BowBlax. But let's see. The video said words like restaurant would get your video demonetized. It sounded so ridiculous, so I shared my skepticism on Twitter. Right, that's all you did. See, I can't remember for sure. He ended up being right. But the Discord thing, now he's acting like I publicly slandered him on a huge platform. Well, that's sensible. On Discord space, things came up. Listen, because I questioned validity. All right. Maybe I'm going to call this like I see it. I'll piss off somebody. I told you. I requested to join The Voice with him about his issues about me, but I didn't want to. Clearly, he just wants to have hate in his heart for me rather than clear up misunderstandings. Very disappointing. You know, Nerd, he's half a retard. You know, you cut him break. Also, he never DM'd me about my cave video. Oh, do we have the cave video?
I've been looking for. I tried asking BowBlax. Dead Freak was looking for it. He can't find it. We're
no.
Oh fuck! If Dead Freak can't find it,
we're searching for it, but I don't know if we can find it. If anyone can find it, please send it to us.
Hold on. You find it?
Dead Freak, smoke more weed and get on it.
Yeah, oh man, Dead Freak's just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm pounding your ass right now, dude.
Okay, that's too funny.
Matt, how does it feel that you finally have SoundPad now?
It feels pretty good. I'm getting kind of addicted to it.
I can fucking tell.
He also never DM'd me about the cave video for fear for my safety. He randomly brought it up 3 months later in the middle of a separate conversation, asking if it was real. I don't know why he embellished it so much, and then he dropped the DMs. Well, you know me. If somebody lies about you, drop DMs. I was just confused why we made the video about FTC regulation when it comes to what you say against it. It doesn't get much deeper than that, man. Okay, fair enough. I see how confusing it was. Now, did you? Oh, that's from. Did you really go in that cave, or is that just your phone or light source? What do you mean? Are you talking about the video where I filmed in a cave last August? So it's like 2018. Oh yeah, or that near. Yeah, was that real? Yeah. So although I did have a flashlight. I just turned it off for the video. Okay, so now you're doing a show to shit on me. I guess it's for responding questions when you tag me. It's Augie's show. I just talk on it. Well, you are responsible for what you say, I suppose. Ask him. When did this happen? I guess I figure this is what he hated all of us. Right? Because I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think the first problem with Nerd City started in 2018, and when I had a real problem with that. I didn't like the way he talked to Verse. Yeah.
Oh God, I got it, Tommy. Hold on, I'm sending it to you.
The cave video.
Yeah.
We need the cave video.
To be fair though, Verse is brutal.
Crack team.
Verse is brutal to everybody.
But I tell you something. If you guys are looking for a cam, I got the Aver Media, the new one with the wide shot. The quality, of that, to the Elgato face cam is night and day. The only thing is the Aver Media one gives you a nice wide shot.
Send me the link for that because I know my camera looks like shit right now. So send me the link.
You need Elgato. You don't need the wide shot like me. I was just trying to capture all the cabinets and stuff.
You also said get a Yeti. And then
I didn't say get a Yeti.
No,
I didn't say get a Yeti. I didn't say get a Yeti. I said probably if I said get a Yeti, it's get a fucking microphone.
Yes, you did. You said it multiple times.
Screaming into your fucking microphone. You came with your phone or some shit.
I sent it to your DMs. I want to shout out DJ Screwdriver. He's the one who tweeted it at me. Thank you so much.
DJ Screwdriver. Does he have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I think it's DJ Screwdriver. He's the guy who clips Smackle a lot.
Definitely go there. All right, we're gonna watch. We're gonna listen. All right, so let's go on to the. So he does this. So let's go on to the. I guess the video. So this is a. So there's like 200 people here. What the fuck is this? So he said this was private. Wait a minute, because I only heard it.
What?
Yeah, no, that's a lot of people.
All right, this is not private. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right, let's hear this.
Hey, BowBlax, Josh, BowBlax, we're talking to you, BowBlax.
Dude,
We
it's
see you
fucking
down there.
Who's in here? Wavy. Who else is in there that I know? Who are those other people?
There's so many people.
Yeah. Oh no, the ones at the top are the ones. This is like a little mini podcast or cast right here.
Yeah, it's like what are they called? Like the Discord.
I did it once. I hated it.
You hate everything new.
Yeah. Wasn't getting enough attention. Wasn't getting enough dopamine.
Talk to me.
No people in there. You know. All right, let's listen to this.
We see you,
Fuck
Josh.
Cool.
We see you.
BowBlax really in here?
Oh yeah, I love that guy though.
Yeah, I do not.
Ooh. So this happened last night?
Yeah, this happened like right after the video.
The video
Baby
dropped.
posted the chat.
All right, it's gonna, I'm gonna look like such a fucking phony because like, I sent them both clowning him. It's like great work, and I mean that it was great work. I mean the stuff I'm gonna criticize is just like, and it's not the quality either. It's I don't know. I'm not sure about the message, but I'll get into that because I haven't made my mind on it anyway.
Yeah, Wavy said it was at 4 a.m. So it was like a couple hours after the
4 a.m. their time. So it was like 12 my time.
No, I'll tell them why I don't. So like the when I uploaded that video about YouTube's biggest lie, where CeeLo and I had gone through, checking and double checking our research on these banned words, and I wouldn't put a video like that live without.
I seem to remember Nick having a problem with this video too. I don't know.
Without checking it, I mean, really wanted to make sure we got that right. And so when we did, and we posted up and we put the Excel spreadsheet, like that was all correct information. And later it would be confirmed by YouTube as they repeated our experiment and found that it was right. So it was right. It's not a matter of opinion. But what BowBlax did immediately when we put up the video is he shot from the hip to try and take the spotlight. And he goes, I think.
Okay. In 2019, BowBlax would do that without even thinking about it. He had no couth, no tact, and I fought with him all the fucking time over it. Mm-hmm. What I don't understand is 2 years have gone by. I think BowBlax has changed.
2.5.
And I'm the guy that said he would screw Augie. He never did. I was wrong. I own that. I was absolutely sure he was going to screw Augie. And I don't think he will now.
Yeah, I'm pounding your ass right now, dude.
I think if Augie passed him in subs somehow, but good luck with that with streaming on YouTube.
And Augie's racist too, remember that.
Yes. So I was wrong.
Fucking kidding.
BowBlax
Relax, Jesus.
BowBlax has done the show. And I forget, we've never been buddies or even as friendly as we were before, but we did a fucking panel recently. And we goofed on each other, and we can goof on each other now without actually getting mad, which is fun.
And what if he brings up green M&Ms?
I don't care about that. It's funny.
I had to.
No, he did, dude. Look. He did the best Tommy C. Nick memes, hands down. They all have my approval. They were fucking scream.
Oh yeah,
they were fucking scream. Yeah. They were fucking scream. All right. But I think he was a complete pain in the ass back then. I could absolutely. Back up Nerd City. I literally have wished him dead on several occasions. Now I hope he doesn't die because he's a wonderful, 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 fucking funny guy.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this is wrong. This can't be right. And he didn't even test it. He just sat there.
He probably just heard Nick.
For, wasted CeeLo and myself's time in a critical period where, we had a lot of people trying to talk to us about that issue who were impacted by it. We were talking to people who were, who didn't know we were working on the video, but once we came out with it, needed to talk to us. So we were talking to the people who were suing YouTube, Fair to.
By the way, is BowBlax here? Does he want to come on and defend himself after we play this?
I haven't talked to him.
Okay.
I've messaged him.
Ask if he wants to come on and defend it just for the one spot if he wants. He can hang around if he wants, but I think that's only fair.
Reached out to us. We had lawyers talking to us. There was a lot of important discussions to have in that moment.
Yeah. Why would you talk to BowBlax?
and BowBlax basically tied us up, chasing our tails just to get some attention for himself. When
that might be true.
He was basically saying we were lying, and he made a 30-tweet storm about it, where it was
really? I don't remember any of this.
Oh, this can't be right. This is a lie. I can't believe it. It's just guessing that we were lying. So CeeLo, when someone...
We were at war with him back then, weren't we? I wonder if that spilled over.
When your peers raise a question about whether you're telling the truth or not,
BowBlax is your peer. Come on. I don't know. You got to take some of BowBlax stuff with a grain of salt.
It's worth taking seriously, and so that was taken seriously, and it shouldn't have been, because
it's BowBlax.
When he finally tested those words, he just goes, I just put in some of these words and I checked them and they're right, so I'm just going to delete the tweets. So he made a little video, said he was going to delete the tweets, deleted 30 tweets, and then deleted that video tweet. So it was kind of like the crime evaporated. It's fucking.
So
wait a minute.
Conceded.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So wait, you can't have it both ways. All right, you can't have it both ways. He came out, he came clean, and he got rid of, he didn't want to mislead anybody. And then he said, I misled people. Is that true?
I mean, I don't know what exactly he said.
And he's still a bad guy for doing. I can understand being pissed off. By the way, I'm 100% on Nerd City side for that.
And that legitimately had wasted our time. And there were.
I'm sure that's true.
A lot of people who saw that and never really, maybe they went to bed that night or they didn't follow up on it and they just thought we'd lied. They're like, oh, fucking, I can't believe.
That is frustrating.
City lied about that. That's fucked up. So I just think he's irresponsible. And he'll say things like, "Oh, well, I just read tweets." No, you do things like that. Where
had he even started Twitterversus at that point?
August 2019, I think so.
So he had just started it. He wasn't over 100K. He was not over 100K in 2019. I don't think.
Yeah, I think he was I think I started watching him in 2019. He was 50K. I want to say around there.
He hit 40, 50K. I think I was when I was on vacation in Spain. Let's see. Wait a minute, because it's saying that's views. It only goes up to May now because it's been so long. There's subscribers. So this is November 20. All right, he popped off in September of 2019. And it's kind of all uphill from there. Got 22,000 subscribers that month in August. And he was your peer. He just started off this is when everything kind of went great for him. He definitely was a player. I mean, give Nerd City a little. All right, let's listen.
Where you try to inject yourself into the story. So
but it was 2 years ago. You know what it is? Nerd City and Clown went into a time capsule and they just opened it.
Yeah. They've been working on their video stuck in a time capsule.
You ever see Alien where they all go to sleep so they can't age through when
yeah.
I think that's what happened.
What do you call those things?
Yeah, I don't know. Cryogenic chambers. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, whatever the thing Walt Disney put himself in. Allegedly.
The BowBlax is a pain in the ass back then. I ain't gonna fucking back that out at all. He was a pain in the fucking ass.
I don't want to involve myself with someone who does things like that. Also,
okay, that's fair.
One of the DMs I had with him before, I had fucking seen this video he posted where he went into a cave by himself. And it's
what?
That's a very unsafe thing to do.
What?
Okay? You should not go spelunking by yourself with.
What's that got to do with him being an asshole and fucking up your video?
Without telling anyone
Let it play out. Let it play out.
You shouldn't do it without like proper equipment. You shouldn't do it untrained. And he posted
Okay,
this video
Dad.
where he goes into a hole in the middle of a field, and it's like,
I might remember.
You know he's on the spectrum, fucking Nerd City.
Yeah. These are like autistic people when they see caves, they go in. They can't help.
We've done our best.
Yeah.
What is a cave over there?
Yeah, you know, same thing. You know, a ball goes bouncing across the street.
Yeah.
You know, they just run it.
You got to grab BowBlax
Yeah,
so because like you know, and when BowBlax is a kid, the ball came, we had to hold him his arm, and he kept pulling.
Yeah.
He was like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they'll walk into traffic if you're not careful. You gotta be... That's true, by the way. My best friend's brother's autistic, and he would always try to walk into traffic, and my brother would have to grab him. He was like 20.
God.
He was like 22. He was like 22 years old, and he's like, so I'm not trying to make fun of him, but that would happen.
You're not making fun of him. If that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
It's a fact nobody needed to know. But hey,
Yeah. Hey, you know,
hey, knowing's half the battle.
I want ball. I want ball.
dude, I was concerned. I was like, did you tell anybody where you went? Like, don't do that. Did you really just do that with only like the light on your phone? You didn't bring a flashlight or whatever. So I was like,
What a bad person. I mean, I can understand saying he's stupid for that reason, but
you know, trying to figure out if that was a meme or if he was reposting another video. I was like concerned about it or whatever. And
if he never came out and fucking got trapped in there, that'd have been a meme.
it was kind of like an exciting video. Someone is doing like a impromptu spelunking.
This is the most
adventure.
bizarre criticism of BowBlax
So I asked
I've ever
him,
heard.
I DM'd him. I was like, I can't believe you did that. Like, you know, I was asking him for more details about it. And that was really the extent of the conversation. He's like, yeah, I really did it. Whatever. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. It's none of your business. He's a grown-ass man. You know? You know, at least he's not fucking trying to put hamsters underwater and shit. I mean, you know.
yeah.
And then he's
not drowning cats.
The time when like fucking people were getting angry at me, he reads those DMs and like twisted them to seem like they were manipulative, like that I was pretending to care about him. Fucking someone was yelling at me about that and being like, "Oh, you pretend to care about BowBlax? You're such a liar."
You remember that?
It's like, what the fuck? Like,
wait, man, I thought I was Irish. You know the thing about being fucking Irish is like they remember every grudge. They're a real pain in the ass, these people. Like, I should say, you know, when I say Irish, by the way, all you fucking leprechauns, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking like New York, Chicago, New Jersey Irish. I'm not talking about you.
So that got turned into a point of criticism. So when someone reads DMs,
my grandfather used to call the obituaries the Irish sports pages because I outlived you, you son of a bitch. You know, Anonymous. This time I'm late. Oh, okay. I was late too, so don't feel too bad.
like private conversations from me, reads that as content, like we're done talking. You know, there's private conversations and there's public ones. Like don't serve private conversations to the public as content. I think that's a pretty fair standard to have. Anyway, so that's the reason.
Well, not if you're lying. You're bullshitting people. I don't agree with that. That's just, you know, Keemstar held that up for years. Keemstar held that shit over our heads. He could fucking lie to us in private and go public with something else, so there's no way to fucking go over it. And they had to still, remember they called it the golden rule? Well, nobody talks about the golden rule anymore, and I take full responsibility for it. Now, that being said, you know, you can't be pulling it out just in like, I don't think it's cool, like, let's say Nerd City had a personal conversation with me, like, yeah, my girlfriend's a big fucking bitch. I'm not saying that's what he did. And we get an argument over content, and it's like, you called your girlfriend a bitch. All right, that's fucked up. All right, that's good. But I think if it's relevant and you're lying, I disagree.
So fucking blocked probably for good.
I think under most circumstances, I would agree with you. I would like.
Under most circumstances, boy, you're walking that fence, Willie. Fucking wavy. Wavy. I think, but here's the thing. I'm a big shot from the point fan. And Tommy will drop a DM on your ass.
I'd like to point out that he has his hand raised in the chat, but you are under no obligation.
No, fucking fact, I'm probably gonna boot him out of the server.
Wait, let him speak.
great.
You gotta let him speak.
My dick's too small. Is he around? Really? He's probably asleep. He's tweeting all that.
My dick's too small.
I think he's just an untrustworthy person for those reasons that I said.
Because he went to a cave? You have to have gear. Somebody please, fucking Pim and Pete, will you get on the fucking cave BowBlax thing? For my personal entertainment. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack.
And he'll probably even make a stream about this, which is a private conversation. Like, it's not, this isn't content for his channel, but...
Bullshit! You got a fucking 100 people in here and you're a public figure. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, what? 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 100 people here.
Yeah, it's not private.
And, you know, he's got every right to come back and at least deny the charges or straighten things out. You know?
He'll do that anyway.
Yeah, and he has every right to do it.
Anyway.
For those reasons, I'm out.
Fucking shitty guy.
Wow.
You heard
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know BowBlax.
Anybody want to talk about the fucking video? I got really sidetracked.
I'll say. I thought I was a hateful submission. I was just confused by. Let me read this. Did you really go in that cave? Is it just your phone? What did you mean? You're talking about the video I filmed in a cave in August. Yeah, was that real? Yes, although I didn't have a flashlight. Okay, now you're doing a show to shit on me for responding to questions then when you tag me. It's Augie's show. I just talk about it. Ask him. Like, you weren't, like, if this is real, you weren't concerned at all. You lied.
Look, yeah, check the cave one when he talks about the cave. It's the same day as him arguing with the BowBlax. The cave thing happened in August. He DM'd him in November.
Nerd, you got, I mean, this is coming from me. You got anger issues. I mean, you don't express them, like, you don't yell like I do, but you got issues, dude. Like, let it go. I mean, this is not a big deal. I'm not saying you should trust him. And BowBlax has done a lot of things over the years that is definitely that, but I don't get this at all. This is like totally unnecessary. And all you do is you play into like drama tubers' hands. And I'm sorry, you're gonna get covered. It's the price of being fucking famous.
Yeah, you think he really has anger issues?
Yes.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
You and Ninja. Yes, because I have anger issues. Little bit.
Yeah.
I got so angry about something that happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, you have real big anger problems. You should follow my lead because I'm a very calm person.
Nothing said. It's going to kill me, too. And that's another thing to think about, nerd. It's going to kill me. Like, they can't even do anything about my blood pressure. It's going to kill me. Like, fucking screw with my adrenaline glands. That's going to, I'm going to come back.
I mean,
yeah, it's going to be fun.
I know something that might help with blood pressure.
What? No, dude.
And all
Did
that
you hear
shit.
what I got? My adrenaline glands are overproducing. They gotta fucking do something.
Your adrenal glands.
The ones that pump adrenal. I don't fucking know. I look like a doctor here. I'm not Dr. Douchebag. What the fuck?
Tommy, calm down.
That's what happens when they get stressed. They become overworked.
No, dude. There's a tumor on them. Stupid. Like, not a cancer tumor, but no. Like, you're off on this one because the medicine doesn't work. It's a completely different thing. Yeah, I'm sure I did wonderful things to my body over the years and shit like that, but you're not getting me. I'm on like heavy medication and it's not working. They could always get it under control, and you can do, like you said, do stuff, you do it, but my stuff has to do with, like, I'm going to a specialist and everything now. I don't think I updated you on this. What happened is they think a tumor grew on the fucking gland and it makes it overproduce, and it may have been like that way my whole life. It's not cancer, by the way.
Yeah.
And if it is, good. And yeah, it just like shoots your blood pressure up. I mean, I'm on fucking old man medicine. And I'm angry. Imagine I come back and they fix it. I'm like, hey, welcome to Shot from the Point, everybody.
You're like the calm collective now.
Have a good day. No, I don't think Technicals is trying to drag this out. I think he's being reasonable.
Yeah, you know, that's Steve Leave guy. He's not that bad.
Yeah,
I hope
he's
he gets
all
more
right.
subscribers.
I'd be upset too if they call my friend a pedophile. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, Keemstar's a good person. You know, he's like a very reasonable, good businessman.
Yeah, we had our issues back in the day, but everything's been squashed, and you know, he's a good guy, good father.
That Nick thing was my fault, 100%.
Yeah, you said it, not me.
There you go. When they fix my adrenaline gland or whatever.
Wow, Nick is quick in the chat. Holy shit.
Well, when I get a lobotomy, I'll admit to
Are
everything.
you surprised by that?
I'll get a lobotomy. I'll admit to anything. Fuck. All right. Where are we? I wonder if I'm blocked by Nerd City. Well, we'll find out, I suppose. I don't know. All right. I think here's where I go in this stand on this. Like, Josh has done a lot of nice things for me, and I've forgiven him. I do think that he was a complete fucking attention-seeking douchebag that would do and say anything to make it. It worked. But I also think, I really think Twitterversus was like a real service to the community. Boy, it sure made my life easier. And that's what people wanted, and that's what entertainment's about. And Josh took the time to put all that stuff together, and he kind of calmed down. Him and Augie do a great fucking show. I don't think he's on as much as he used to. And I think he toned it back. He toned it down, you know? Is he perfect? No. When you challenge him, does he double, triple, quadruple? Yes. But we really haven't seen anything like that in a year, like since the pandemic started. You know? We really haven't seen anything like that. And believe me, I was not fucking happy that he blew up because I was afraid he was going to, you know, fucking do something that, you know, really hurt somebody. And it didn't happen. I was wrong. And he didn't fucking, and he's still best friends with BowBlax or with Augie. And they both got successful together. And I'm proud of both of them. So, you know, like I said, like, you know, Nerd City got out of a fucking, you know, apparently, like, you know, he walked, the Dr. Douchebag put him in a fucking cryogenic chamber for a fucking year and a half or something. Dr. Downvote, sorry. I bet he's going to get mad at me for that. Well, the video's amazing. Here we go.
You know, the more you keep saying that, the more you're going to put it into his fucking
well,
head.
you know, I just like, this is what I'm seeing, folks. Like, if you're doing if you're a pathetic 40-year-old guy that does a drama channel like me, there's no winning. But I think there's legitimate criticism, and I honestly, I think this is reasonable. He doesn't have to do it. I mean, we should talk it out and maybe give each other another chance. I mean, he's half a retard. Come on now. That's not fair. I'm autistic too. Okay. Everybody's autistic.
Right.
There's Jaystation. All right. This, I thought, I haven't made my mind up. This is like Satanism, and I think Satanism is very, very funny. And first of all, I'm not sure about the message of this. The directing and everything they did, I think this probably should have been cut, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not done. I did get a little satanic panic vibe from that, and that needs to be mocked. Absolutely. You tell me, Jeff, you're in this one.
All right.
So do you think Jaystation sold his soul to the devil, Jeff?
Do I think he sold his soul to the devil?
Did he sell his soul to the devil, Jeff?
It wouldn't surprise me.
He did.
I put money on it.
This is a concern. He is a child entertainer. Nerd City put it in the video.
Yeah, everything our
Dude, I'm not kidding.
growing children
You think
need.
I'm doing something stupid here? Like, he put it in the video. Like, I don't know how he's like. At one point, he does explain it. I don't know. Let's just start.
Summoning demons and doing these rituals does to your day-to-day life, guys. Bad things doesn't
Oh,
just...
fuck. Sorry. Screen share coming up. You guys told me before the show, but I had 20 things going on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Contact.
happen at 3 a.m.
Devil.
Did Jay worship the devil?
Woo. Woo. You see, you know what sucks? Until this.
Well, you know what's bizarre right off the bat? He just didn't laugh him out of the fucking room. You know? Yeah. She's actually considering it, and we got to give her the benefit of the doubt. Oh, ex-girlfriend? I had some ex-girlfriends say some wacky shit about me, but not once did they get it. I don't know. Was he saying worshiper? God damn it.
You know what my favorite part of this video was?
What?
When they would talk to the Jaystation collaborators, and they still talk like they were doing a YouTube video. like, yo guys, Jaystation is not that great of a guy. He worships the devil. And you know, they just kept going like it was a Jaystation video.
Yeah, a little. All right.
This very day, I'm still kind of loyal to his secrets, like just a couple of it, because he has this really big one about the devil, but I'm not gonna bring it up.
That's loyalty.
What?
Why not?
Bucket.
And he roots for the Red Wings.
Ooh. Oh yeah. He probably worships the devil then.
Yeah, that's right. That's a team fucking Jeff hates the most.
I was praying, okay? Like I'm not.
No, I hate the Blackhawks
what
more.
You should believe.
He did tell me he was religious. I am God.
But what religion?
Yeah, Beelzebub. I don't know.
Yeah.
He did tell me he was religious. He did believe in God. That's what he told me.
Blah blah blah. I definitely give thanks to God on that one.
I am God. I am God.
So he's the I am God. The devil doesn't exist. Explain autism. No, that's the thing. I get like it's no devil, and like I know that offends people when I say that, but I can only tell you what I believe. I'm not going to shit in your religion. You know, well, I will if you start blowing up my fucking neighborhood or fucking knocking down towers, then I'll say something about it. But if you don't, I'm just fine with whatever the fucking wacky shit you believe. You know. But he's sitting there saying, "I am God." That's like 90%. Like everything. That's what I like about Jay. Like everything about him is on the surface. Most YouTubers like I don't know, Elvis the Alien go out of the fucking way to fucking they think this, but they won't say it out loud. Jay does.
I am God. I am God.
I'm not very religious, but I'm a pretty religious guy.
He's like, oh yeah, I really believe in God, blah blah blah. Like there was like a lot of parts of him that made me believe that, oh my God, this is a great guy. And then like in the matter of like 5 seconds,
she's fucking adorable.
There are reasons why he's not a great guy.
From today onwards, I
had to look at his content, you dope. You know?
give my loyalty, trust, and obedience to my God, Baphomet.
He told me that.
Baphomet. What is this fucking Final Fantasy?
Look, he even hung around with a guy named Wesley Killingsworth. Clearly a Satanist.
He prays to the devil at night. I was like, what the fuck? When he told me that, I was like, holy shit, this guy's insane.
And he wasn't joking.
No, he was so serious. Then he like, at first I thought he was kidding, but then he went into like depth about it, like trying to explain to me how God's actually the devil and that people are worshiping the devil like all the time, but people don't know and stuff like that.
So it's a big trick. I always thought that, like, if you worship the devil, like you really worship. Yeah, he was probably stoned. This motherfucker. This guy. This guy looks.
This guy. This is what I'm talking about, Tommy. They talk like they're in the Jaystation video.
Yeah, Jay Hills, Jaystation protege.
This guy went to the fire, he put his knees, he started going like this to the fire, fam. I don't know if he's praying to the devil or if I'm just freaking blind, but guys, I saw some crazy shit.
He talks just like Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay doesn't talk like that in real life, kids.
He told me that everyone has it backwards. He said that you want to pray to the devil if you want fortune and fame and all this stuff, or if you want anything, because the devil is the one who's actually going to give it to you.
But yeah, God doesn't want me to know that. Like I would have, because like I don't know. I'm not a spiritual person. Perhaps clown is.
Be happy or something. Like every time something good happens in my life, it's always like taken away from me.
People believe that God is like the good person, but really the devil's the good person, because the devil's the one who gives you everything you want.
Like Santa Claus.
So that's why he's like, I pray to the devil, not God. Yeah, he's a little bit off his rails.
What's up, guys?
You kept working for him though.
Back with another one. As you tell by the title, yes, today I'm gonna sell my soul to the devil for fame and fortune, guys. And I know what you're thinking. Jay, you already sold your soul, man. You got over 1 million subs. You got a bank full of money. You got fans, everything. Okay, yes, that's true.
I don't care about any of this shit. Like none of it. I actually think it's funny. Like me and Freak used to watch these fucking videos and laugh our ass off. And then I would call up Jay. I was like, that was a really good one. He's like, you like that? he really loved when you say like you liked this video.
I mean,
he loved it. He really loved it. He's like, you watch that shit? I'm like, I go, Jake, sometimes you're really fucking funny, man. And he did. He kind of said to me, he's like, well, that's what I'm kind of do. Is like, you know, he knew the kids were watching him. I didn't realize to the extent though. It was a little spooky, but you know, every time I want to get pissed off at Jay, I'm like, you know, pick up your kid's fucking tablet and look at it, you fucking ignoramus.
Yeah, you know, just a small effort on the parents' part. You know,
I don't know if Jay, like, I think there's a debate here. I'm not saying that's the case. That this is 100% the case. I think there's an open debate there, and I think it's a legitimate thing that Nerd City brings up. Should you be allowed to market content like this to kids?
Probably not.
Yeah, but like, there's a really like parents can get involved too, and it's like, you know, if there was a way to see, I don't know what YouTube could do except fucking ruin the platform for everybody else, you know, and that's what I worry about.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, guys, I have a crazy story involving such a thing. So if you want to hear the story about when I sold my soul before, let me know, guys.
He's gonna do it again. I gotta go back to the well on that one. That was another thing I found about this video. The shit they found was so wacky. I wonder if they will villainize him so much. I don't know why my Steam is on. I wonder if they will villainize him so much that it'll kind of like turn, like, you know, they'll make Steve Austin turn into a good guy type thing. You know? Because like some of the shit is fucking a scream.
Let's hit 20,000 likes and I'll make it happen, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I did try it before.
He filmed a video where he appeared to sell his soul to the devil, and the contract that he wrote and signed in blood appears to have come true. He got the things that he traded.
Okay, so he did kind of say it then. He did.
You don't buy it, do you, Nerd City? I mean, really? I don't know. It did kind of come true. Well, that's probably because he pumped the algorithm. Nothing to do with Satan at all. You know, Pyrocynical's popular too.
I don't know.
You know.
It's like the blues singer that sold his soul to the devil to play blues.
You think Pyrocynical sold his soul to the devil so he could fucking, you know, like cover up his furry lifestyle, and then like he stopped like paying his dues, and like the whole thing fell apart? Maybe that is like he didn't like worship enough.
Yeah.
Why the hell is Nerd City always goes back to this guy influences kids? That's his thing. Like, all right, here's the thing about that. I hate that argument. But I can also understand, like, if you, like, I think making stuff like this and letting parents know help, and I think he's right to do that, but it's just always, it makes free speech guys like me edgy. Like, don't invite this shit. Don't give him the keys. But at the same time, part of, you know, Nerd's free speech is to point out that this guy's doing that. I hate the advocacy end of it. That's where I get ugh. And the problem with you know, people that advocate like Nerd City, when they fuck everything up, they act like they had nothing to do with it. Yeah. I don't think it's been out for 12 hours yet. It's got 100K. Wow, good.
Did that like a long time ago. I think he just like redid it for views, maybe. Something.
Yeah, you think? Or is it really Satan? You mean he lied to Satan and really didn't love him and take him into his heart? Really?
Sad, just to like get attention.
To get attention? Jaystation?
That's the only thing I could think of.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sign this thing, guys, because like I said, I feel the presence already.
So he restaged something that he had done
A long time ago.
in real life, not on video.
Yeah.
Like, I seriously want this to work, or I don't want to sell my soul to Satan, basically, but I did. Basically, I don't know what to say right now without sounding completely or like an idiot. Okay, guys?
What he wished for was like to do well on YouTube for views. Or to, what was it, that one, or was it famous?
Well, problem solved. He's going to hell.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm in hell right now. Oh my God, guys, it's so scary.
What's up, guys? Guys, it's 3 a.m. in hell all the time.
It's 3 a.m. in hell here. Satan's bringing out the pitchfork right now.
What's up, guys? Today I'm going to meet the devil. I'm really excited.
There he is. He's over there.
I'm gonna get a pitchfork shoved up my asshole.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Well, he might have worshipped. At least he wasn't fucking kids like that fucking kid show host in England. You know, he's just worshiping Satan his own time.
Yeah.
Fortune. Something like that.
The 3 a.m. trend is sort of dying, guys. It's sort of sizzling off. I don't get 1 million views a video anymore. So today's the day, guys. I'm selling my soul. Why hide it, guys?
When he told you about selling his soul to the devil, like, what was the context of that? Was he telling you, like, that he was actually...
Well, there's no context because there's no such thing as Satan, but...
Was he afraid of the repercussions of it, or was he...
The repercussions? Yeah, see, you know what it is? I'm not, like, I'm sorry, I didn't know this. I think Nerd City's religious, which explains a lot. So I think I could see that's why this would be concerned to him.
Yeah.
But I think Nerd City's kind of guy. Sense. He has to be. He's the type of guy who keeps his religion to himself, which is fine. I don't care if he expresses it or he don't. I'm like one of those weird atheist guys. Talk about it if you want to talk about it. I don't gotta listen though. Yeah, I think that's coming out here. Yeah, he grew up in some. I would love to hear his kooky Christian stories growing up. I love kooky Christian stories. Wouldn't it be great if Nerd City was in a cult? Oh, that'd be fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Funny stories. Funny stories.
Bragging about it, or?
He said that he got what he wanted.
And the creepy music. This video is entertaining, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Oh, this video is amazing.
Or he'll get what you want, something like that.
Jaystation, you guy, it's me. I'm here in hell. It's 3 a.m. I'm holding camera for Saddam. Saddam and the devil.
The signs of Jaystation's inverted view of right and wrong and demon worship are everywhere. In fact, they've always been right out in the open. He got 666 tattooed on his arm.
Cool. He named his channel 666. He calls his viewers the Demon
Gang. I'm Jaystation. What's up, my demons? How the devil are you? What's up, my demons?
You're gonna steal from me now, Jay.
Already cursed by every demon on earth, and I really don't got nothing much to lose, okay, guys?
Every spiritual taboo and superstition he violated intentionally. He reads from occult scriptures, he recites incantations and ancient curses, and puts hexes on himself.
Well, none of it's real, so who cares? I can get the argument, like, you want kids to expose that. I'm with you there. I just want to argue over, like, how that should be done. Like they prove without a shadow of a doubt that Jay's fucking out of line and targeting kids, and yeah, it needs to stop. But of course, he's not around anymore, so I don't worry about it. But yeah, and maybe this could be like, maybe something can be done and it doesn't infringe on other people's stuff. But, you know, I don't like, if you want to do like 3 a.m. challenges or put a new spin on Jaystation or something like that, I think you should be allowed to do it. Yeah, and you know what? Here's another thing. I don't know, like when you guys were kids, like anything spooky got us talking in school. Like, oh, we did Bloody Mary and all that other fucking stuff and made up bullshit about the Ouija board. It's part of it was like growing up, you know? Right. So like, why I think that, you know, but that, again, that's all parents. So if I want to go on, I want to start a channel like Jay's and do wacky shit. Or maybe I just want to make a parody of Jay and like do something even wackier, you know? Like I would like, you know, hey guys, my co-host died. He died, like shoot him right there and then, you know, or some shit like that. I want to do some like really fucking wacky shit. Like, you know, what you gonna, you know, it'd be great. Like get a Kenny, like one of your co-hosts dies every fucking like seance or everything. And then you just pretend he's alive the next fucking show, like nothing happened. Yeah. You just steal like in South Park. That's
oh my god, they killed Kenny.
I want that creativity to do that. I want that protected. I don't want like somebody to come along as like you're doing Jaystation's thing. Now, the stuff where you know, if YouTube wants to make a rule that you gotta wait you can't do what Jaystation did after fucking Kobe Bryant died. I think I don't like it for free speech reasons, but I can get my head around it. You know, give it like a 24-hour period or something. You know, but then again, that could cut into legitimate memorials. You know, like if you did something like that. I think Jay is the dark side of free speech and expression. I think that's what he is. And I think the dark side in free speech, I think it's a fruitless battle to challenge that. I think you got to put up with Jay. And fucking YouTube don't got to pay him.
Yeah.
Criticize him. Nobody. I'm not entitled to make money here. Yeah, if you want to cut
again, we know he's not a good dude. We know this.
You know, like YouTube can fucking cut his stuff. I don't think they should have cut his fucking channels. Even now. Not for those reasons. For threatening people, for fucking posting Nerd's girlfriend, which is out fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
For abusing the copyright system, the DMCAs, the intimidation. Yeah, get off fucking platform. Jay asked for it. You're told. I've spoken to you about it. I don't know if you always told me the truth. I'm pretty sure you didn't. But as far as the content's concerned and the Satan worship, no, I completely disagree. I think it's a bad precedent. And I think that's a fair criticism.
And other people, on and on.
As much as you and I might dismiss every bit of that as horror nonsense and camp, he did prove effective at controlling his audience and people he knew in real life through fear and lies.
That's true. That's true.
That if everybody doesn't like and subscribe, that he's gonna come for them next.
But what I find threatening, and what scares me, is that there's truth to what Jaystation says here.
I'm an influencer, so my goal is to influence everyone. My goal is to
I guarantee you know what he's saying. Guarantee.
Influence you.
He's so persuasive. Yeah, I'm persuasive. That's exactly why I'm going to be successful in my life.
So what has he done?
Stop resisting! I gotta knock him out. Ugh. Wait, I forgot.
Expose bad parents. That's what he did to me.
I knocked him out, guys. So I have to cut him open.
Thus far, we've learned Jaystation's demographic. Both he and his employee have confirmed they know it too.
Look at the size of those cigarettes. Are they real? Or are they like are they prop? I don't know.
We've seen and heard from countless members of his audience.
By the way, Clown looks so fucking cool, and he did such a good job.
And there are only more to come.
So think about this. What is the real legacy of a man whose greatest hits involve binding a smaller, helpless creature to a table and performing a biopsy on its guts while it struggles and screams?
It's not real. It's fucking funny, you know?
Yeah, he's gone. Using scissors and knives.
See, it's the creative stuff that I want to protect. The DMCAs, the doxes. You know, I think I'm going to take back what I said. If you're going to talk about targeting kids on YouTube, you're going to have to show me what the fuck that means. Otherwise, I can't support it. All the other stuff, the way he behaved, threatening, violent behavior, yeah, get him off. Sure, I think that's legit now. For sure. This video convinced me that he doesn't need to be here. And I fought with Keemstar about this. You know? Absolutely. But, you know, this stuff, this is nothing. I feel like if I want to fucking stab a Raggedy Ann doll or something, I should be allowed to do it. And if people enjoy that content, I think that's, you know, fine.
Fuck it.
You know? Every one of these kids that he influences isn't supposed to be on the fucking platform to begin with. It's supposed to be on YouTube Kids.
To open up something that's alive just for curiosity's sake and fun.
He's not alive.
I think he died, guys.
I can't get mad at this. I'm sorry. Call me fucking. I guess I'm cruel.
I gotta cut her open, bro.
What is it? What game is that? What is he preparing his audience for?
Her legs, her body is out of her dress. Just gonna set her up right here and cut her open, guys. 1, 2, 3, go.
I always said Jaystation aimed himself on like 8-year-old bullies, you know, because 8-year-old bullies cut up dolls and shit, you know. And I remember all the kids that would support him and believe that his fucking girlfriend died. They all look like the kids that like picked at me when I was 8 years old. You know? Like, the kid who walks up to you and just kicks you in the balls when they're waiting for fucking your stupid soup at the lunch table. Yeah, it's a Jaystation fan.
1, 2,
Beta!
3.
Oh, why would he use his influence in that way?
I'm gonna cut her
I don't think he knows what influence is. He wants money. He wants to get paid.
open right now. I got a saw in here, guys. I'm gonna cut her open. I even got it all over the carpet, guys. Look at this. It's not coming out. It won't come out. I tried. I used hot water, everything. It's not coming out.
As we saw, the creator of serial killer Sesame Street can't be trusted around animals, let alone a large and impressionable audience.
All right, there was a thing, although it was suggested by Clown that he killed his cat. We don't know that for a fact. But several people he worked with testified that he did abuse animals. So, take that how you want to take that.
To take a knife.
But there was no evidence. None. 0 zip. But testimonies. No,
Just
I'm
he
saying
said, she
direct.
said,
Let me repeat no, there's no direct evidence. There's witness evidence. So.
I got a beautiful knife right here, guys.
Sorry.
God, that looks freaking sharp. We're gonna have to put some DNA inside of the doll.
Definitely not for
We're gonna
children.
actually use this to stab the doll 3 times.
These bully
And
kids.
now the ritual has officially started, guys. Let's get at it.
This looks crazy.
And if you don't fucking like it, your kids are gonna like it, bro.
Some of the most popular YouTubers,
including ones we've covered on this channel before,
have messages baked into their content that can spoil an innocent soul. That the best
soul, really?
Pursuit in
See,
love.
I think I like Nerd. He's one of the most. Nerd's a legend. He's one of the most talented. I'm a libertine and he's not. It's just that simple. And I'm not. He's gonna think I'm not. I disagree. That's all I'm saying. And I think like the Satan stuff is very hilarious. I think he brings up a good question. I think this is worth a debate.
Sure.
But I can't get along with some of this stuff. This is the same problem I've had with all his fucking content. I really realized the first time I watched it. It invites creative trouble. And I don't think that's what he wants to do. But like, I don't know, what was that time? Like, what was the one thing I guess me and Nick got in a fight with him over, and then he was like on fucking No Jumper, like, I didn't do it. I forget what it was. It's just been too long.
Was it the Jake Paul stuff, or
yeah,
was
it
it
was
the
like
other
the Jake Paul thing, and then they announced the FTC all of a sudden gets involved.
Yeah.
And I know fucking Nerd talks to the media. He's kind of traditional like content, but I mean, I really have nothing but respect for him, and I can agree to disagree with him. He's not a bad person, for sure.
No, not at all.
But he hates BowBlax, and that's not bad itself.
Yeah, he does hate BowBlax.
My dick's too small.
See that we couldn't have got BowBlax on today. And that's all I got to say. That's my only criticism.
Yeah, like I'm not getting upset over this. If I saw like my kid or little brother watching this, I'd be like, "Are you fucking stupid? Why are you
turn that
watching
shit
this stupid
off,
shit?"
where I fucking give you a backhand to the face.
That too.
Tommy C, otherwise known as Tommy Callanan, said he would give his child a backhand to the face. This is very disturbing.
Honestly, I feel better about people watching this than watching, I don't know, other people fart into a fucking microphone. So
rather that than watching Vosh, fucking communist and shit. Speaking of, let's put Bunk in his base.
Yeah,
Bunk, you're on the air. Why do you hate women?
You're a communist? You're gonna put me in? I'm not a commie.
I'm just fucking off. Why do you hate women so much?
What now?
Why do you hate women?
It's just like a deep primal urge. It's almost like Alexa.
Can I ask you something about that?
I just tell her to shut the fuck up.
Why do you hate her so much?
It's like very, very violent.
She's a nice girl. Sorry to us. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell you not to like her or anything, but she did she's an awful nice woman. You know.
So I have a very, very I think core principle is that people, whenever they act the way that Stardust does online, I feel like you should always be able to defend yourself when you're in a VC with somebody. Like if you're going to have like these like really witty, snarky remarks on like Twitter, right? For example, if like when somebody comes at you, you're gonna say "tell me more" or something like that. I feel like you should be able to like have that same kind of energy in VC. I saw like a disconnect with that, which is like why I just.
So you just personally don't like her. What about the criticism that you're with like a bunch of far right guys and like they were calling her a savage, and I laughed at it too. I'm gonna be honest with you, not because I thought it was right. I just thought they looked ridiculous. I think racism is hysterical and it deserves to be mocked and laughed at. But you seem to laugh that they called her a savage, which even for right-wing me, I'm not laughing at it because they called a brown woman a savage. I'm laughing at it because they're stupid. Like you seem to kind of go along with that. Like,
so I don't know if you watched the entire. So that
no, I didn't. In fairness, I did, and I'm just asking the question. I'm not trying to like. I think that's
so
fair
I do not like that dingo person. I feel like if you like only look at that clip, it might come off as like I was being buddy with this guy.
Yeah.
I called this guy a deeply closeted homosexual. I took like mad shots of it. Like,
I get all that.
We bullied this guy.
But don't you think that's a fair criticism? Because you're like, I loved when you did that. When you're kind of like, what's the matter? You're like, and I'm looking out for you.
Yeah.
Those people that you hang around with are going to eat you a fucking alive, and they're gonna try to cancel you over that shit. You know.
Well, yeah, no, actually, so this actually happened right after I got off air. Is I have a co-host with me that like is normally like with me in the call. They couldn't fit in because their CP was garbage, and they did like bring up to me that it's like,
what? You got better CP than them? What are you talking about? You talking about COD points?
Yeah, like you're totally. That's like how many lines?
Bunk, slow down here. Don't get yourself in trouble.
I just have a crippling addiction to Red Bull. Okay.
All right, I can see that. You're gonna end up like me. Your adrenal glands out of control.
Yeah, no. So I do think it's a fair criticism. I feel like it's kind of like people will have that takeaway, especially if they don't know me from like a conversation.
Well, you
like
meme
that.
a lot, and that's one of the reasons I continue to follow you. You got all your fucking wacky politics, but you do have fun. And most people that are lefties are like no fucking fun at all. You know.
Well, yeah. I see those people. Those people are really, really annoying.
I do think you crossed.
I think
I do kind of think you crossed the line, though. You know, I do think you crossed the line. I don't care if you don't like Stardust. I don't care if you don't like the way she positions herself. Maybe you think she's a big phony or anything. I personally like her. But yeah, I don't like, dude, that guy's like, that guy was really awful to her for like no reason. You know?
Yeah, so Dingo is like really stupid. I think Dingo is hilariously stupid. He's also hilariously easy to bully. I think even like the white national, like the unironic white nationalists on that panel, because like I was the only person there who like wasn't a political, like complete political extremist that wanted like a violent revolution at some point. No, these people were legitimately the conversation.
They're insane. They're like the right wing guys.
Should we overthrow the
insane?
government to implement the ethno state? Right? Yeah. And it's like. Like, these people are insane, but Dingo's, like, on a whole nother level. I think that Dingo is hilarious in the way that, like, Dingo, like, somebody who...
So the Nazis think he's crazy.
Yeah, no, even the Nazis think that he's a little bit, like, wonky. He gets bullied by other Nazis. Like, it's that bad. Like, they'll bully him for his, like,
Jeffrey Epstein says he has better CP, by the way. You're going to pay for that.
Yeah, he's pathetic. So I think that, like... so like I had this conversation with my co-host, and they were like, I think that some people could probably come away with the idea that you think it's like a good thing that he said that, which isn't like my stance on that, but I can kind of understand how somebody might see that. I think that's a fair criticism. I think I can adapt from that.
I'm not also dump on you anymore. Here's something. I really like Stardust, and I think you're probably missing out on a good friendship. I'm serious. I think from years from now you'll be like, I just fucking. Like you'll look at this little tiff you have with Stardust, like a tiff you had, like I don't know, you had Xbox, I had PlayStation. PlayStation rules and fucking Xbox sucks. You know that's the way you'll look at it 500 years from now.
Well, maybe I don't even know if I could ever be friends with Stardust though. Just like 'cause talking to them like that one time was like terrible. I don't like even I think Augie's chat thought that was horrible. And like for my standards, right? I have like a very high tolerance for like people interrupting, or like people getting really aggressive in VC, like unnecessarily.
Oh, you guys talked after she was on my show. You guys had it out?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, and I it was a lot of like most people had the takeaway that like Stardust was, like, at least from what I've seen, it's either that like we both kind of clashed really, really hard, or like Stardust like couldn't stop talking, which was like a really, really like it's annoying for me.
Okay.
I think that Stardust, like I'd rather be friends with Stardust than like someone like Mio or somebody like Dingo, who are like actual white nationalists, right? I think that Stardust is probably an overall, probably like a general good, like
I think
by
she's a
that
good
sense.
person.
But I just don't even know if I could get along with somebody like that.
All right, fine, fair enough. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you guys get along. And then you admitted, fuck it, like this is, I'm done. I'm done interrogating you. You know what you did.
All right.
You know what you did. But
well,
you know,
I think that there's
she's a nice
okay.
girl.
I think that, like there's a lot of like bad things on like both sides. I think that Stardust framed it in a really bad way, especially to her audience. I
don't know. I
like,
saw
that
it, dude,
happened
and I tried to be as liberal. I'm like, people come up and they shit on you in front of me all the time, and I always stick up for you, and I couldn't stick up for you there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
all right. Let's move on.
Right.
You probably called about
Sure.
the video. Say something about the video because I'm going to take some other calls.
The videos were incredibly well made.
It's
My favorite
great,
thing
right?
about Nerd City, I'm like a massive. I really, really love Nerd City videos. Right, they're always really well done.
Awesome.
But I think one of the best parts about Nerd City is like the costumes that he puts on. It's really over the top, but it works really, really well. And I think that it really worked well with Colossal's bits throughout the video and how they kind of interchange.
I worried that
lines. It's also really
they
well
were too big of personalities to like make it come out smooth, and no, it came out like really, really good from an artistic perspective. This is the best, as good as it gets, and it worked.
No, I've watched the video twice over already.
Oh, really? You liked it that much?
Yeah, it's
So
insanely well put together. The
and you don't give a
introductory
rat's
sequence
ass
is, like,
about Jaystation, I would assume. That's not like you're bad.
Not really.
Yeah, but it's just fun to watch, right? Yeah. And he's
Look,
gone.
the way I could listen to Colossal is crazy talk about things that I have zero things like I don't even slightly care about. The way that person talks, it's just like it gives me energy. It's very, very lively. I really enjoy.
I
Like,
love
the way
Nerd
that
City's
Colossal
characters too.
presents
It's so good.
Yeah.
The editing is so good. It's interesting. Cloud, like they didn't overdo it. It was just everything was just perfect. They really did. I can't wait till the next one. I don't care.
Genuinely.
It's awesome.
I think once it's
what about the
it's
substance
really
about what I just covered though? I think the Satanism stuff is a little over the top. What do you think?
I don't know if we have. So I typically am like really, really hesitant to take just eyewitness testimony for things.
I agree.
I think it's gonna be like
I agree.
supportively good, but like I've been on the receiving end of people who just like say insane things about you because they don't like you, or you have like a falling out with them.
Me too.
Like I've seen that happen. So it's like I tend to like devalue that a lot. So like the Satanism thing, it's like completely based on like
I
well,
think
they
though,
said this
I
thing.
think I take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's also I want to make sure like because me and Nerd City have a rough relationship. I think it's okay. Like if you got people testifying to it, and I didn't find anybody that testified against him like not credible. At least from a feel standpoint. That's just feels though. I mean, so you take it for what it's worth, and I think they have every right to put that out there, and they have a right to tell their story. And this is my experience with this guy. For sure.
Well, yeah, no, I agree they have the right to do it. I just like I don't.
You're like
believe them
me
off the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I personally don't take that. Yeah, I'm exactly like you are.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's an interesting bit. I would like if I were like in their position, I would have excluded it from the video.
I would
think it's,
exclude
like,
it too.
interesting.
I would exclude it too because I think it's too mockable for me.
Is it possible that they were just having fun with it? Like,
and maybe they'll make fun of me for like taking this but I grew up in that satanic panic era, and I just want to I still have nightmares about it, and I want to attack it anytime I see fit. But you know what? I think maybe maybe Nerd try to express this. I think it's like this. If you sell your soul to Satan, it's like, so what? There's no Satan. Like, big deal. But if you believe it, that's somebody to be concerned about.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. Like, if you believe this shit, like, and I suppose it depends on how you see what Satan is and all that other crazy stuff, which is probably convoluted as fuck. But yeah, that is kind of crazy if you actually believe it. But I can't take any of it seriously. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I think it's just fucking funny.
I don't think anybody could like. I don't think anybody thinks that like Jaystation's fully there mentally. Like I wouldn't be surprised this person's like fully like clinically insane. They don't understand like what's going on around them. Like that because it just seems I don't think somebody who's like fully in the right mind would ever do the things that Jaystation.
My experience with Jay, I don't know about after now, but he reminds me of a street guy. Like he's the most street YouTuber I've ever run into. Like
real
legit.
Street guy, not like Michael Rappaport's street.
No, like the legit street guy. That's what he reminds me. He reminds me of street guys from fucking like working class, like white guys, like tough working class white guys from Jersey. That's what he reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's really hard for me to to say that somebody who's gone out and like created the same content almost every single day, right? That they not only they have this like sense of like it seems they have like some kind of sense of superiority because of it, but like they're doing it repeatedly. Like I feel like anybody who's like fully there mentally would almost have a breakdown like doing that.
No, not Jay. No, you're right. Not Jay.
Yeah, so
it's about money. He sees it. I'll tell you the way Jay sees it because he grew up rough. The way he sees it is I ain't selling drugs. I'm not fucking selling heroin. I'm literally making videos. So the fuck what? And that's how he sees it. And I'm not saying that's a good fucking argument. I'm not saying that's a good excuse. But the way he sees it, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not selling drugs. Like you're fucking getting like I have done some of the worst shit you can fucking possibly imagine. I've been around the worst people. You know, I grew up. I ran away from home when I was a kid. And you're gonna get on me because of videos? That's the way he sees it. That's his perspective. You know,
well, yeah,
I'm not saying I agree. I'm just like making the devil's fucking. That's his argument.
Yeah,
That's his
I
argument.
can like I've met people who are kind of like that. Who just like whatever, like they get paid at the end of the day. It's not like
there's a serious moral gap here. I'm not gonna. I would have said that before too. Like he has a moral compass issue. You know.
Oh, sweet. Colossal's in the chat. What's up?
Is he really? I love him.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He's popped up.
Just tuned in. One of the main defenses of Jaystation is that he's self-aware and that's the content is satire. If he believes in the devil, it's a nice counter to that. That's what he's saying.
Well, yeah, and that's what I kind of said before. If he believes it, yeah, there's a problem. Okay. Fair enough.
I don't even know if I take like whether he believes it or not as like a main thing. I don't think that's like a good defense because I think that if you
No, you're not listening to me. If he believes that, that's someone to stay the fuck away from. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If he believes in shit,
I'm making it as like a defense of the content, right? I think that like for example, people will like Def Noodles would like try this, where you're like, oh, well, it's satirical, so like it's not bad. I think that there can be like if you're, for example, presenting claims that are meant to be satirical, but it has a negative effect anyway. I don't really care if you like think it's satire or like if you're self-aware with it. I care a lot more about the consequences of the content.
Yeah, but what are the consequences for free expression? That's my fucking biggest concern because you know these parents are responsible for their kids. You know that's my issue. You know.
Yeah. So it's like
I don't care if he's stabbing dolls and selling his fucking soul to Satan. It doesn't mean anything. You know, and like there were adults like me and Dead Freak, the only two that enjoyed his fucking stuff because it was hysterical. And I think Clown probably enjoyed watching all this crazy stuff with Nerd for fucking a year. It's fucking great. It's funny, you know. Selling a slave, you bought a slave for the dark web. That's fucking hysterical, you know. But that it isn't for children.
Way worse than you can imagine from Clown. Actually, it was implied throughout the video. Now that Clown's like saying this, it was like that people were harming themselves. It was also like a byproduct of this content.
Yeah, but you can say that about it. I hate that shit. Like you got to take into consideration those kids, what they're around. If they're already fucked up to begin with, hey, you know the guy shot John Lennon, and Ronald Reagan, read fucking Catcher in the Rye. Should we have strung up J.D. Salinger? I hate those arguments.
That book sucks, by the way.
Yeah, I think
that book doesn't suck. You're a phony. Shut up.
I think that what you're gonna get into though is like a cost benefit analysis of like of the content. So like if something is like really, really, really bad, like for example, if I'm like airing bomb tutorials on how to like make bombs,
that's not it. That's apples and fucking motorcycles. You know,
I'd use the same system to like go through each of them, right? So like for example, I don't think there's many benefits to that content, but I think there's a lot.
Nothing he did isn't protected. Nothing he did isn't protected on the First Amendment. Nothing. I mean, with the exception of the DMCA's and threatening people and all that's a whole different crime. Literally nothing he did isn't protected. Nothing. Not in a civilized world.
I'm not getting into a legal argument. I think they're going like a little bit.
You're getting into a moral argument, but the problem
is much more moral for me.
Well, like put pressure on the company. I mean, that could have a fucking chilling effect as well. You know.
Well, I'm not even like arguing for like it's something to do now. I'm just saying like it's probably a bad thing, right? That's like all I'd say. Like,
it is a bad. I know. I agree. Look,
should,
with the kids and stuff like that. But you know, like I can handle his content. If he wants to fuck a Kermit the Frog and have it give birth, that's funny to me. No, I'm sorry. I can handle it. And they want to age restrict it or take his fucking money away. That's a completely different argument. That's YouTube's money. I get it. But as far as being able to make it, no, I don't got a fucking problem with it. You know?
Yeah, no.
Kids are like, oh, I got to run my whole life around kids. Oh, the children. They try to use that with COVID too. All right, Bunk, get out of here. Bye. Thanks for calling.
You know what George said? Fuck them kids.
Is Clown coming in?
He's not waiting to call.
Oh, okay.
I just said if he comes in, I'm kicking Bunk. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're calling out. He would have understood that. I'm sure. Is he going in? Oh, let's take Smaggle because she's funny. Hey there, Mushmouth. How are you? Smaggle? Are you there?
Smaggle.
Smaggle.
Yeah, so I thought the video was good.
I loved it.
The video was really good. I thought the satanic stuff was kind of fluffy. I didn't really like.
Now, what was
that,
Clown's
but-
argument again? I already forgot because I'm fucking stupid. What was, and I want to give him a chance to defend himself. Like, what was Clown's argument on that, Matt? With the satanic stuff?
That if he really believes in it, then there would be a big counter for the satire.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I think, but that says more about his character. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter from a content standpoint. It doesn't matter whether he believes in it or not. I still think that's protected. Because then, and another thing is your thought guy. I think like if he believes in it, you shouldn't like hang out with him. You know, like maybe you shouldn't hang out with him, or if you do, you get what's coming to you, type of thing.
Also, Colossal said he's down to call in tomorrow if he'll set something up with you.
Sure, fuck. Yeah, I'll probably, fucking Colossal's crazy. Love to. But I hope he's listening. Clown, this is like some of your most amazing work and I'm totally nitpicking because I got a thing with Satanism, and I always have. We were going to do, make fun of, Dave Mustaine, because he's like a big kooky Christian now. All right. You know, I love Satan. I don't know. I think maybe this could have been cut, but yeah, if he does believe in it, all right, that's a fair argument. Fair enough. I'm nitpicking. I'm being open about it. Billy the Fridge.
Hey.
Hail Satan.
Yo.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
I think it's okay to criticize somebody if they really believe in Satanism the same way you could criticize a Christian who really believes in Christianity and does fucked up shit. Like the idea of exposing that belief, I think, is fair, even if it is like weird to like even care.
I'm not saying. I don't think I said that. I think it's silly. That would be. It's a silly, unnecessary. But I guess if you're going for a character, like this video takes on everything. Yeah, like if somebody really believes that shit, you know, that's fucking crazy. You know, like stay away from that guy. Like if somebody really believes in the Ku Klux Klan, you know, I don't know. And there's a difference between if you're like doing also Pepe memes and then really fucking believing in the shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference there for sure.
You're also saying that like it should be the parents' responsibility
to a certain
like,
extent,
fuck the children type thing.
Yeah,
and I think to an extent that's 100% true. But also when you are like marketing towards children,
that's a different argument.
Like these videos are directed towards children, right? Like,
okay,
they
fine.
are.
That's true. No argument. What do you do without infringing and screwing up the platform for everybody else?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. You need Clown and Nerd City to release the video a year and a half ago, and then
you dodged.
And they become the police. No, what you
and you know what
you do?
They should get iDubbbz because he's very concerned about what's going on online. God, he's like my fucking 70-year-old aunt. iDubbbz, what happened to him?
Isn't it funny that the iDubbbz documentary is what kind of led to the Colossal crazy?
Yeah, like Colossal. Yeah, I that's the thing. He's like, oh, I could do better than that. That wasn't a very good documentary. I can top you. And he did.
I think it was an interesting look, though. We had Sam Hyde. He cut the interview off before he exposed that he had told iDubbbz that was all a setup.
That is
when we were watching the original video.
True.
We had no idea.
We had no idea he knew. We had no idea he knew.
We didn't know iDubbbz knew the girlfriend was a fake. And he just conveniently said that, we ran out of footage or the battery died or whatever. And we couldn't show the rest of the interview.
But he also did say, too, that he thought iDubbbz was catching on. He did say that. But he didn't he did leave that important fact out.
iDubbbz knew from the very beginning that something was up, right? Like one of the first things he says when he walks in that room.
Yeah, I would have said that under Sam's, but not after that interview.
Well, no, because he knew something was up. He knew he was being messed with. But I think the one thing that he really believed was, I think he believed that Danny was the key to like getting to know Sam. And then when Sam told him I paid her fucking $500.
by that logic, he fell for Danny. He fell for that trap.
Oh yeah, 100%. He fell for the trap, 100%. And I think that's where he really got was shaken because he thought that was his end to Sam's psyche, and the entire thing was built on bullshit. And that's what really shook him up. I think and that's probably where he decided there was nowhere to go with the documentary.
Did iDubbbz try to make this guy be out to the second coming of Hitler? Or did he go in good faith?
I think that. I think iDubbbz went to go understand Sam Hyde more because Sam Hyde is such an enigma, and I think that iDubbbz went in with the idea. I think iDubbbz went in with the idea that Sam Hyde was an alt-right dog whistle, whatever you want to call it, and I think he went in with that idea, and he wanted to learn differently. And I think that he wanted to get to know him better so he could better. I don't think he goes in with these documentaries
honestly,
as a hit piece.
I don't buy that. I think he wanted to learn that he was a Nazi so he could put it out there and for fucking virtue signal. I mean, he's not the same guy we saw 3 years ago.
He could have put out a content cop without going to talk to Sam Hyde and
yeah, he could have. He could have looked ridiculous.
He could have led the entire
he would have looked ridiculous doing
brigade.
He
could have easily fed into that. There's so much out there of Sam Hyde that you could piece together, and you could put evidence together to destroy him in the eyes of the left or whatever.
Were you entertained?
But that.
Were you entertained by it? Did you like iDubbbz? I thought it sucked. I mean, for a pure entertainment standpoint,
I didn't think it sucked. I think that he probably was going to scrap that for a reason because he had no end game for his doc, right?
I agree with you there.
There was nowhere for him to go.
Conclusion.
Like he knew he went, and the fact that Sam, once he told him it was all kind of a work, didn't really connect with him further. There was no story for iDubbbz to tell, right? Like, as a documentary maker, which you have to look at him as a documentary maker in this, the last two he did with Airsoft Fatty and Dax Flame, I thought were very fair. They pushed into dark places with those guys, but those guys were willing participants.
He was funny.
And he was trying to get something out of Sam Hyde that Sam Hyde was never going to give him, right?
Ass right out of fucking college reporter. He's not that. He's iDubbbz. He's an entertainer. He's not like, let's get to the bottom of Sam Hyde. The guy's a goofball. Like, what the fuck? You're not talking to some world leader here, fucking Ian. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Like, you have to look at the video. And what was the very last clip of that video?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Tell me.
Was it like Sam Hyde looking somewhere or something like
that? The very last bit of that video was iDubbbz lifting 225 below parallel.
That's funny. Oh, to get it.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about that. Yeah, he
so
does
even in that, he was nodding back to everything that started this. You know, he didn't want to put this out because he didn't see the story, right? He didn't see there was anywhere to go with it.
He didn't have a third act.
Why
failed?
He didn't have a third act,
right?
No. Yeah, he did fail.
He wanted to go. He wanted to get the inside scoop on Sam Hyde. I think he was going to paint him very fair. I think that the story there is great if you have that ending. But without that ending, it's like, what can you really say? I didn't ever figure it out if this guy was serious
how about you
or
say,
not.
Like, how about Sam worked me and I wanted to do a serious fucking thing and he worked me and I'm not putting it out. And that's my statement.
Well, I mean, I think he put it out because there was it's weird because I don't know if Sam Hyde leaving the Danny stuff out forced iDubbbz to put it out because iDubbbz had the extra information that was cut off there at the end of the interview. It was almost bait for him to release the interview, right?
Yeah,
and get his audience. So I think iDubbbz kind of had that extra part of it that could be added to the story, and since people were talking about it, since people were responding to it, he might as well put out what he had and just give his spin on things.
You may be right. I'm just gonna leave. I'll get the last word in this on the wits. Well, I heard your side, and you could be right. I could be totally 100% wrong. But here, I'm just gonna say one quick thing, and this is why I don't believe it. He made a statement in there. I felt guilty even talking to her. I felt like we needed to be giving her help. When you say something like that, and especially if he said that prior to him knowing the thing was a work, I think that's an attack.
An attack?
Yeah, in a weird way. Like, look at this guy. He's got this junkie hanging around here. Look what kind of person he is.
Well, because that's who they were trying to paint him as, and he could have him as like the wannabe rapper, the weird failed guy. But now he's seeing this girl who is obviously, to him, is obviously in a position where she needs help. She's addicted to drugs, and
she worked like this girl wasn't a real drug addict, and I got fooled. Why not? Why don't you tell the truth?
I think that's where it falls off, right?
My point is, I think that's evidence he went to go dig at him, and it wasn't honest, and he didn't have good intentions, which is I think our disagreement. You think he had good intentions? I don't. I think. Do you think
it's bad intentions to want to get a girl help who looks so obviously fucked up in the middle of something where nobody else is helping her? They have the ability to help her. Like they're just allowing her to be abused, right?
I
and
suppose,
that's what they painted.
But that's not what happened. Like I think that whole fucking narrative.
It's what happened in that moment when he was watching.
In that moment,
that's what he saw.
I guess in that moment, but it just I don't know. It felt like more of a virtue signal. Then you know what? Stick to your principles. Don't talk to her. Get out of here because it's too fucked up. That I would have respected. But he continued on with the video to try to keep Sam Hyde the Nazi.
He was being honest of how he felt, and then he realizes at that point, at a certain point that his honest feelings are worthless because he was being duped. He was a rube.
I think he's one of these guys. I'm starting to believe he's one of these guys that looking for a Nazi under every rock. You know, and
I mean, Sam Hyde's not. There's a reason you could find.
Well, I'll give you that. If you're gonna find one over there, but I find those people fucking like detestable. I mean,
I think Sam Hyde is hilarious. I think he's a bit of a psycho. I think he's super. He's strong because of how weak he is. He overcompensates, and I want to fight him. I want to go toe to toe with Sam Hyde in a boxing ring, and I want to destroy him.
You think you beat him?
And I can't bench 225 below parallel.
Well, yeah, I could bench. I don't know, man. We really want to get a ring with that guy. He's a brick shit house, man.
There was a really good.
Yeah, but you could probably take a punch though. But I'm sure you can handle yourself. I'm sure you can hang in there. But
I wouldn't care if Sam Hyde kicked my ass.
Yeah,
like, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment at the end of the day. Yeah.
Like I want to fight Sam Hyde just for the build up to the fight.
Yeah, that would. Be
I think that would be hilarious.
I'd probably back you on that too. I'd definitely be backing you on that.
There was this really good YouTube comment where it was like watching iDubbbz interview Sam Hyde is like watching a pickpocket interview a serial killer.
Yeah. Well, what about this complete detachment to like edgy stuff? This is the N-word, F-word slur guy. You know, saying, he likes to rile people up. Shut the fuck up, Ian. Like get the fuck out of here. You know, stop acting like you're above it. It really, it makes me cringe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, there's a whole history there, right? And the difference is, I think that you can't say these guys weren't influenced by him. They knew of him early on. They like Ethan obviously was influenced in ways by Sam Hyde.
Sure.
They were on his side at a certain point, and they deviated. And I think the curiosity from iDubbbz is saying, how far did Sam Hyde deviate, right?
Yeah. I think he more than likely bought into. I think he's probably on the farther right side, but he bought into the crazy far rights thing, and he thought that was popular at the time, and it was getting fucking. I don't really think he's any more than just kind of a really eccentric dude. I think that's all he really is.
Well, I mean, even if he was like, so what? He's doing it on his own platform. Mm-hmm. If you want to go with free speech, this is the freest of free speech. If he's building a Nazi army on his $5 a month MDE club, like, what are you going to do about it? You're going to expose him? Like, who does he care? Like, I don't think he is that. If you really think he is that, then do the fucking homework, do the footwork, and bust in.
I don't think it's there.
But I don't think iDubbbz had this huge end game. I think he saw a story and he wanted to go with it because it was interesting.
So you think then we'll just agree to disagree. And you know what? But I'll disagree with you in the sense that You've been doing this longer than I have. Maybe you have more insight than I. Maybe you did. Maybe you did go in there with the best intention. I don't think it's impossible, but I tell you what, and it's all feels, and feels don't mean shit. I don't feel that way. That's the thing, and I'm going with my gut on it. But you know, my opinion's like everybody. I got an asshole, and
this is the biggest reason. This is the biggest reason why I think that he didn't go there for a hit piece.
Mm-hmm.
He could have done a hit piece on Sam Hyde without going there. He's done hit pieces with content cops multiple times before. There's more than enough content out there. He didn't have to fish through Sam Hyde to end Sam Hyde.
That's true. That's
that
true.
way.
But content cop, I don't think I ever found a fucking dishonest anything in any of his content cops. I felt like he wasn't being honest with me in this one. You know what I mean?
You didn't think there was a serious bias? Like, I know Leafy. I've seen Leafy face to face. Dude's got a chin. Dude's got a chin.
That's a gag, dude. Come on now. I know. Come on now. I know you know Leafy.
But the whole thing to me, I don't know if iDubbbz was dishonest or he didn't know where to find honesty. And by design, the way Sam Hyde set everything up, there was no honesty.
Yeah.
I really think Sam Hyde is probably a Mossad agent. He might be a glowy.
Yes.
He might be a glowy, and if he isn't, he better accept my challenge. The way he wants to challenge Joe Rogan, I want to challenge him because Joe Rogan would destroy him, and I will also destroy him because I'm on Spotify too.
It might take you up on that challenge.
I got to talk to you and Ben. I want to get back on. It's been a year since I've been on, so I need to begin.
Yeah, we got to set that up. We're hitting episode 1000 here this month.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome. Well, just Matt's in my ear,
all around.
in my ear every day.
Cool.
It's just staying up that late in the weekend doesn't sound fun.
Definitely, we might be able to run something around your schedule because our schedule is going to be so weird. We got some people flying in.
Oh, really?
So
well, I don't want to. If anybody's flying in, I don't want to fucking take.
Tommy, just stop watching cat videos after the show and you can make it work.
I could do it.
We'll figure out a way to get you on better to your time. I think.
Sure.
Because our schedule is going to be all weird this month. So
all
we
right.
might be able
You know
to get
what? I haven't talked to Ben in a minute. I'll send him a message and I'll
just get y'all in a room and talk it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can watch cat videos. Whatever. We're dudes.
Do peasants. I like doing peasants. I love doing peasants. I love doing trash rats. I love that shit. It's always fun. So let's get to it, man. Let's go back on tour. Take care, Billy. I'm gonna take some other calls and close it.
Definitely. You have a good one. Bye, guys.
Later.
All right. It's not one and done, but we're almost at the 2-hour mark. So
make it quick.
All right. Yeah. We're not one and done. I'm not rushing you, but no more than one statement or question. Go ahead. What is this? Shizzy. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, hello.
What's going on? One statement or comment because we're gonna try to get everybody in the last 10 minutes or so. Go ahead.
All right, so the funny thing is, I realized that I was listening to the stream 5 minutes before.
Okay,
So
this is not fast. Go.
What?
Yeah, you're not doing. This is not working.
Out of here.
All right. Have a good day. Have a very, very wonderful day, sir. He's listening to me. Look at
Fucking turning. He's talking like Ben fucking Stein. Like Jesus Christ! Come on, people.
Try next time, buddy.
All right.
You'll get there.
There we go. Captain Kafefe, you're on.
All right, this should be decent.
Yo, what a fucking week for YouTube content.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I've been working all day. It's been nuts.
Video, the iDubbbz video, and now the fucking Nerd City Colossal video. My only question to Nerd City and Colossal is, when the fuck is part 2 going to come out? Is it going to take another 2 years?
Yes. No.
Probably, maybe 3.
Oh my god, it's just it's
it sounds
infuriating.
Like Nerd City's moving on to NFTs. I'll definitely be watching that.
The wait is infuriating, but it was a great video.
Really
what I really liked is how Jaystation was so out of the news cycle, and these 3 motherfuckers or however many came in and were just like, nah, fuck the news cycle, we run this bitch, and they put Jaystation back in.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to be that fucking good to be able to do that. Yeah. Right.
and
Clown hasn't uploaded. Was it 3 years this year? Yeah, it was 3 years in September, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that was So it just shows you how good what level they're on. You know what I mean? iDubbbz used to be at that level.
As much as I fucking hate waiting that long, it was worth the wait. I listened to it at work, and it was fucking great.
You don't get a fucking movie every, your favorite movie series doesn't come out every year or every month. So, I mean, if you want something like that, it might take a year or so. So,
yeah.
In fairness. Two talented guys, and they survived it. All right, Captain Covfefe, have a good one. I'll put Diva at the end. Dorko, not one and done, kind of. Go.
Yeah. So one thing I just want to say really quick. If you talk bad about NFTs, expect Nerd City in your Twitter replies. So, because I got blocked for...
He likes NFTs?
So, I shared whenever Jay Aubrey said something like a little bit just like, NFTs are dumb. And then Nerd City was just in his replies. And I linked it to Tipster this morning, and then he blocked me.
I just read NFTs are dumb. We'll see what happens.
Nerd City's opinion is basically like NFTs are not just a scam. Like they've gotten like blanketed as a scam, and that you need to look more into it before you make that.
That's going to be the new way to fleece.
Sam's Lee says, "Am I promoting a Nerd City redemption arc? There's no we're good. We had a very personal conversation.
Yeah, they talked like humans.
They talked like human beings. Not at first. I yelled at him and called him fucking names, and he accused me of things that I didn't do. And that was.
I thought you were changing.
But let me remember. He came to me, and he was concerned that I believed something, and I no longer believe it. And I got my off my chest, and the clown moderated, and I felt a lot better about it. So, but our bridge was a little charred. I just hope it survives this, but I gotta do what I gotta do here. What else you were saying, Darko? I apologize. I got distracted by Twitter.
I was just that NFT thing. I thought it was funny, just out of the blue, just getting blocked from him. So
I do. I have this urge to poke at him. I just want to poke.
Yeah, I didn't even try poking at Nerd City. I just linked it to Tipster. That's all it was. Okay. It was just linking, like, hey, this is a thread.
I want to poke on Nerd City. I want to see if he can take criticism now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Darko. Peace.
Yeah, no problem.
Who else has been in there for a minute? Demon Boy, I think. Demon Boy. Yeah, Demon. Let's keep it to one and keep it moving.
You worship the devil?
You worship the devil?
What? Oh, no.
All right. What's up, man?
Your name's deceiving then.
I wish. Yeah, you phone.
My apologies.
Maybe he does worship the devil. Deception. Go ahead. Shoot.
Completely off topic from the devil talk.
Yeah.
As a fellow New Jerseyan, Tommy, what's your opinion on Rowan University? Because I know you hate Rutgers.
Rowan, I used to go down there and fucking party. I used to go all the way down to South Jersey and party. This is a frat. I forgot the name of them. They would actually let me stay there overnight. I wasn't even a frat. So, what a fucking... It was a drinkinist. And I met some good guys down there. Too bad we didn't stay in touch. It was a lot of fun. That's bizarre that you would bring up. That's not a very big school. It's funny you bring it. I had a lot of good times down there. I love telling girls I was pre-med when I wasn't, and just disappear back up to Central Jersey the next day. No, I never did that. I did it at Rutgers, but no, I don't know anything about the school. I don't trust any school anymore for any fucking reason. But boy, I have nothing. I have nothing.
That is true.
I have nothing but good things to say about Rowan. It's just it was the drinkinest, partyest, coolest fucking. The students were cool. The chicks were cool. It was just a lot of good times, man. I can smell the alcohol and hear the songs. This bed is on fire with a matching in love. That whole fucking thing. It was great days. Great days. That's how I feel.
Sounds fun.
Would you get accepted?
Oh yeah, I got accepted. It's my top choice for like school to go to.
I don't know anything about it.
I just want to figure it.
Fucking good time. It was good times in '96. So I can tell you.
It surprised me that you said that Rowan was a small school because I've always known Rowan as like a large school.
Like,
that was like the first like.
Are you from South Jersey? Are you from South Jersey?
Yeah, South Jersey, Salem County.
You fucking farmer. There you go. There you go. Well, good luck, Rowan. I have nothing but nice things to say. It was just that's where I met badass Michelle. That's where I met badass Michelle. Badass Michelle. I don't know what happened to badass Michelle.
Have a great night, Tommy, and have a great show.
Take it.
Thanks, bro.
We couldn't find a place to sleep. Badass Michelle just got accepted to sorority, right?
Hell yeah.
South Jersey. I didn't mean you farmer. Yeah, you're all farmers down there. I grew up from near Manhattan. I'm more sophisticated than you.
I'm a That's right. That's right.
Badass Michelle. Fucking a bunch of guys are down from Woodbridge, and we didn't belong there. A lot of us didn't go to school there, and we couldn't find a place to sleep because the frat didn't have enough room. And badass Michelle said, well, "Why don't you sleep at the sorority? Most of the girls are gone, right?" I was like, I don't know, man. Fucking cops come in there or whatever. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just I'll sleep in the fucking. I'll give you sleeping bags. We'll put you in the fucking living room. There's like 2 other fucking girls there. It's no problem. You sure? They're gone. They're on vacation. Everybody's gone. They're out for Christmas. All right. Beats the fuck out of sleeping outside or some crazy shit. So we go into the sorority, and that's what happens. It's a bunch of dudes. It's badass Michelle, and we're sleeping in her sleeping room. We're being good. We're not like doing it. There's no like kinky shit going on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this girl walks downstairs in her nightie, and she doesn't look very happy. And she goes up to badass Michelle, and I need to talk to you. I'm like, oh fuck, we're getting kicked out.
I had very unsatisfying sex.
No, I didn't have any. We didn't have any sex. We're just chilling in the living room, man. Sleeping, probably talking. To her. I probably woke her up. That's what I figured. And then badass Michelle threw her on the fucking ground, said, "Get the fuck back upstairs, you bitch!" And they kicked her out of the sorority.
You get up there and you take that dick. Kidding. Relax.
All right, let's go, Sam. Get the fuck out. It's like, all right, they're gonna kick you out. I was like, I'm already quit. Fuck that shit. Oh, badass Michelle. Fearless Soldier, you're on the air. Another Jersey.
Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
Great. How are you, sir?
Yo.
I'm okay. I sort of have an off-topic thing. I need to reach out to you. I might have a big story.
Get to the point, or kick you in the mouth. How about that?
Do you remember Megalink back in the day? Some ordinary gamer did a video on it, stuff like that.
You're not good at this. What are you talking about?
So a few years ago, people were using tags on Twitter and whatnot to basically sell CP.
What?
Do you remember anything about
you
don't
oh God, go to Augie. Come on, man. I'm in here every fucking day. Telling people I don't do this pedo shit, man. It's a comedy show. I don't care about pedos. I don't care about CD. I'm not here to bust a fucking CP ring. I just want to have a fucking laugh.
Well,
give me the tacticals. Maybe you'll fucking defend the guy. I don't fucking know.
Were you trying to give context, or was that the story you wanted to finish?
No. That was the context. So
I'm not a reporter,
and actually,
I do these like news skits. They're not even like real. I mean, it's not like they're not real in the case like I'm making shit up, but I'm tired. Like, I don't like fucking Steve the Leaves bad to his girlfriend. Like, I give a fuck. Like it's a comedy show, guys.
Who cares?
Like even if I do a news, it's got to be fucking amusing to me. Like, I know I've done this stuff. I know this. I got into fucking this shit, exposed videos, and all that other fucking horse shit. It's not what I want to do here. I am getting a little sick of the drama. I just want to be able to make fun of people in peace. I'll deal with the fucking fallout of people that can't handle it. But I don't want to do this stuff anymore. And it's like give it to fucking like every day is CP and pedophiles and like, can anybody have a laugh around here? Like, this is the darkest shit ever. And everywhere I woke up, somebody's fucking, doing fucking heroin or kicking their fucking girlfriend. I mean, I moved out of the fucking States to get away from this shit. I managed to do it, and it's like in my inbox every morning. Like, I got it. And then there's the guys like, I'm sorry, we don't do that here anymore. Tommy doesn't care about victims.
Go to the cops.
Yeah, God, I'm like, do I look like, I know I have a Rangers jersey on, but they're a hockey team. I don't care. God. You sent Mike a video of Michael Rappaport. All right. No. Thanks, Fearless Soldier.
Try next time.
What did he say? Did he say that he got in a fight and then didn't get in a fight?
I could literally spend my entire career doing the pedo shit. My entire fucking career. Truth of the matter, when the whole technical sync came out, my recommendation was let him go. Let him go. Goodbye. Pedophile! Diva, you're on the air, sweetheart. What do you got? Diva?
Can you hear me?
I heard Michael Rappaport, your boyfriend, whip some ass.
No, Matt, check your DMs.
I sent it to Tommy.
All right, we'll check it out. What the fuck?
That's
the cameras?
what all I
I'm on
wanted
too long.
to
The cameras
say.
are starting to fucking
I waited
freeze.
all show to give you joy, Tommy. Now leave.
I'll miss you.
Well, you ignored me, and all I wanted to do was say,
wouldn't
"Hey,
ig-
Tommy, I found a funny video."
Well, she wasn't ignoring you. He was saving you for
I'm
last.
trying to do this show.
I
don't like going over 2 hours.
He's got the video pulled up.
I don't like going over 2 hours. I'm not a big fan of it unless we're doing like a stream.
No, it's funny.
Some
I
asshole threw a snowball at me while I was in the middle of a rant. Does anybody know this? I'm very upset. Okay, good.
You're
this
welcome.
whole crap with this cancel culture and the
good.
Shut up! Shit! Shut the fuck up! Nobody wants to hear it. Fucker. You've been talking all fucking week. You don't care what
Probably
you have to say.
neighbor.
Stop talking. You got me right in my fucking head, asshole. Stop.
I think that's a work.
It felt like a work. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. It's so funny.
Up every day.
It's hilarious.
Do you
I don't
imagine
care.
living in fucking Central Park West and then like some jackass like Michael Rouse screaming into his phone? I mean, I moved away from the city so I could scream into my fucking phone. This guy's $1 million actor. Yeah, man, fuck you, man. Fuck this, man. It's a moose, ma. You know, and like so, like just throw a snowball in his face. Actually, I think Michael Rappaport would have swung on him actually because he beat the shit out of fucking Ari, right?
Allegedly, he slapped around Ari Shafir.
Yeah, who needs?
I haven't seen any video. of
Probably should have slapped her. Ari should have been slapped around for what he said about Kobe Bryant. So I don't really feel too bad.
Yeah.
Cracking jokes about helicopter crashes right after they happen. Edgy.
I just thought it was funny him getting hit by a snowball. I thought it was hilarious. It made my day.
I thought you liked him.
I do like it, but it's still funny. I can still laugh at
yeah,
people
it's
getting snowballs thrown at him.
I wouldn't make. He's a wigger, man. He really is, and he's like a 50-year-old one. What makes it work?
I don't know. He's
No, like this is the thing.
I think he's got to be cool to be one.
This is the thing that you don't realize, Tommy, is
Yeah.
like you guys don't like him for your reason, but
Yeah.
like he pisses off like a whole separate community, like people that
really.
watch Real Housewives. The people that watch like the Housewives community or
Yeah.
watch Bravo, they hate him too.
Yeah, he's a jerk. I could see why.
So he's like hated by.
You know what the
He's
thing
hated
is?
by everyone.
I like his acting though. I like every time he plays a character, I kind of like it. He does a pretty good job playing a New York character. You know, whether it's because he plays cops. And he's in the news every fucking week at like 51 years old. Like he's tackling a shoplifter, or he's beating up Ari Schaefer, or he's getting with a fucking snowball, or he's fighting with an NBA. Like, shut the fuck up, Michael Rappaport. You should have been doing this shit in your 20s when it was like all right, he's in his 20s and he's rich. He's trying to find himself. Like Michael Rappaport is literally emotionally like 19 for life. I love when I love that movie Copland.
Yeah,
he
good,
was so good in that. Everybody was good in that though.
That's an underrated movie, man. No
One
one's
more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing before I go. Did you hear that Whoopi Goldberg is threatening to quit?
Good. Get the fuck out and go bowling with Gina Carano. I don't fucking.
Whoopi Goldberg is one of the dumbest people on the planet.
Oh God, she's so stupid. Well, in fairness, though, I don't think she should get canned for saying for being ignorant. You know,
No,
but here's the thing about Whoopi. Like, she wants you to get canned for stuff that she doesn't want to hear, and that's what fucking is irritating about Whoopi Goldberg.
Didn't she say she was going to leave the country if Trump got elected back in 2016?
Yeah, she didn't do that, and she probably won't quit either. How about that?
Well, like apparently the reason why she got pissed off is she went on the Stephen Colbert show that day.
And made a fool of herself.
So basically she made that comment, internet blew up. ABC forced her to do Stephen Colbert to explain herself. Then the next day she went on The View to explain herself. So she did like 2 apology tours and they still canned her. So that's why she's
because
she
she didn't really apologize. Do you know what my wife's German, right? So her grandparents grew up with all this like Nazi shit, right? So when I told her, like she grew up in detail in German on what Hitler thought and how he went about it and how they applied the things and what they looked at. And I looked at her with a straight face and said, Whoopi Goldberg says it's not about race. And she didn't, like, everything was about race. They did like everything. And then it's just like, you know what she sounded like to me? I'll tell you what she sounded like to me. Oh, it's just the blacks killing each other. Except it was whites.
Oof.
That's what it sounded like to me. That's what it sounded like to me. And you know what? That's not cool when white people say it. You know, you're supposed to care about your fellow man. I mean, I can understand, it's just the gangsters killing each other, right? Okay. Yeah, fuck the gangsters. They kind of, but the blacks, the whites, the Puerto Ricans, like, ugh, yeah. It's like, so she's not sorry and like, fuck her, you know? I don't think she should lose her job, though. It's like Keem put it perfectly. She's ignorant. She's not, like, hateful. I don't think she hates Jews.
No.
She's just painfully fucking ignorant. And
I just think she said something stupid and uneducated.
Yeah. I could get that, too. But you know what? I get the feeling with her that if you tell it and explain it to her, that she's too stupid to understand it, or she's... So I'll tell you something, too. And like, every ethnic group thinks that their oppression is the worst. And they forget about other people's oppressions and stuff. If you talk to my fucking Irish relatives that came over, the English were the worst. They starved us all, you know, and all that other fucking. And blacks grew up with the same shit, and Jews grew up with the same shit, and they like to think that nobody had their ethnic group had it worse than everybody else, right? And you know what? Whoopi can't put herself in another ethnic group's shoes, not even for a second, because she's been so indoctrinated with you know, blacks have it the worst. And you know what? No argument here. You know, blacks had it pretty bad. You know, we had our own kind of Holocaust in our country. No fucking doubt about it. But you know what? If you really give a fuck, and it's not just a virtue signal like it is for a lot of people, whether they're black, white, or what have you, then you look at things that happen to Uyghurs, and you look at things that happen to the Irish or the Scottish and the Middle Easterners and what happened in South America or God, the Rootsy and the Tutu killing each other when I was a kid in the 90s. And you have a heart for all of them, regardless of skin color, and she doesn't have it. And that's what's disturbing about her.
Well, the one thing that I find interesting with the argument is, which either way, I don't care. I'm just here for the bullshit.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying, so she got suspended for saying that, but what she said about Roman Polanski, they let that rock.
Oh, they let that one rock. What she said about Roman Polanski was unfucking believable. It's not rape? You mean drugging a 14-year-old girl and penetrating her rectally is not rape? Well, what the fuck is rape? Did he need, like I don't know, a clown suit to make it rape? What the fuck, Whoopi? I mean, that's what I'm saying. She's a dumb broad, man. She's not smart.
Which I'm not saying what she said about, you know, the Holocaust comment was correct. Like, I think that was a fucking thing she said. Yeah. But I'm just saying the Roman Polanski thing, like, that was like
10 times worse.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's something wrong. She thinks she knows it all. She thinks she's the fucking character on Star Trek. God, I trust the character on Star Trek more than I trust her. No. And she thinks she's that person. She's not. She's just, you know what? She's Karen Johnson. That's her name. Not Whoopi. Not Goldberg. Ironic choice of stage name. She's Karen. Karen Johnson.
Karen with dreads.
Karen
Tommy, I got some breaking news.
Wait, it's crazy. What do we got?
It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty funny.
What?
I sent it. It's in your.
Oh, we're gonna. Let's go to the videotape. Boy,
let's go to the.
I should have known today would take fucking 15 hours. The fuck is it?
I just wanted to send you a funny Michael Rappaport video.
You did. It worked. You did fine. You know me. I have a tendency to rant.
Oh, okay, man. I was just about to send that.
Yo. For this, folks. Check this out. Yeah, check this out. Ask me and Pokey questions.
It's real, by the way. I checked Pokimane's likes. She liked the tweet, so I'm same. This ain't a Photoshop or anything.
I don't know. Maybe she's trying to.
Yo, and on the third day of Black History Month, go Pokimane.
Yeah, Pokey.
Taking pictures with black people. Good job.
Yep. Yes. Speaking of that, Tommy, I'm gonna tell you.
I feel bad for this guy. I watch him get snaked, dude. Watch this chick, man. It's crazy. And this is kind of her style too. When she takes too much heat and thinks she's overdone it, then she fucking reels it in. She did with BowBlax. She did it with Gundam. She's gonna do it with him now. But you know, if they can if he can get some cred off of it, I'm not saying what he did was right. By the way, I do think it was wrong. But to get him thrown off,
it was fucking funny.
She wanted him out for, and like I'm sorry, man. If you're like, look at me. I don't like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't want her out of a fucking job, and she's rich. You know, I don't want her out of a job. She can say her shit. If people want to pay to say her shit, then let her say her shit. You know. But you know, Pokey just wanted this dude out. Well, I hope she.
I think it's a 2-in-1. It's all because like she got in trouble with another. He's an artist. His name is Little Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she stole his music on her TikToks. I think. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
She just has a history. To be honest, she just has history of being a bitch, and we shouldn't just be surprised anymore.
Yeah. No, that's the truth.
Maybe this means he'll get his Twitch back though. So hopefully, like that's.
Well, she's leaving Twitch. She didn't renew her contract.
Yeah. Well, she might be holding out.
Remember?
Yeah. Either that or she's holding out and she's coming back. It's just possible.
I'll be shoving that burger down her fucking throat. You go on Twitch, you. All right, Diva. Thanks so much for calling. Take care, and thanks for helping us out with yesterday too. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Bye.
I'll see you around.
I still think the shit that he did, it wasn't right, but it was fucking funny.
I'm gonna clear this server if it kills me. Crash my server. Go. Hello.
Hey there. Wanted to call it. Hey, you're spot on about what you said about the pokey pattern, where she goes really hard on somebody, has this big beef, and then reels it back in.
Yeah, because she thinks it's damaging her. She's just fucking optics only.
Yeah, it's
she is good looking though. I tell you, there's people like, oh, she puts makeup on. Well, so does every woman. You know, like I know, just about. I don't know. I don't like her. But go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Anyway, that wasn't what I called in for. I wanted to explain why this constant whinging about NFTs gets on my fucking nerves. Why it grinds everybody who knows anything's fucking nerves.
Okay.
And it's,
I don't know anything.
Imagine you're gonna take your car in to go get the oil changed, and you show up and you take your car to the fucking mechanic and you say, you know, I think it's the Ford IntelliSteer. You know, I take my hands off the wheel and it doesn't steer for me, and I think that's what's wrong with my car. And he says, dude, you need your tires aligned and your oil changed. These people don't know anything about computers. They don't know anything about crypto. Most of the people who talk to you about crypto, they're these same fucking people. They're trying to tell you about what's wrong with their car, and all they've ever fucking read is fucking marketing material out of the back of a magazine.
So let me get this straight. You get mad when people talk about NFTs like they're fucking just completely useless, right? Is that what pisses you off? Okay.
It's cultural appropriation of programmers. I'm putting my foot down. I'm demanding an end to this racism, to this bigotry against programmers, because it is incredibly annoying. I feel marginalized. I'm triggered every time I hear somebody talk about how NFTs are a scam.
Yeah.
You can't watch a single fucking YouTube video where somebody mentions, oh, somebody's starting an NFT before the YouTuber does their obligatory 5-minute rant about how NFTs are a scam. It's like, just shut up.
Yeah, they could be saying it 5 years. Remember when they said NFTs were a scam? You know, and they're not now. I don't fucking know.
It's like all rectangles are not squares. All squares are in fact
I think
rectangles.
what people are trying to express, like, I don't know anything about NFTs. I've been upfront about it. I think what they're trying, instead of just saying, I don't think this has value, I think the bottom will fall out of this market. Which, by the way, I agree with that so far. I could be wrong though. Bottom.
It's going to be the new.
I think the bottom.
I think
it'll dry up soon enough. They say it's a scam instead of saying that. If the market falls apart, that doesn't make it a scam. You know what I mean? Like, and who is the beneficiary of the scam if it's a scam? So people they're just throwing words out there and shit. And they're not thinking it through.
I think a lot of people, they mean it in earnest. They feel that feeling, but they don't have the words to express it. And they don't have the words to express it because they're fucking moron.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. You sound like Destiny. Yeah.
Please don't. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. You just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But I don't know. Don't get upset about it.
He might know what he's talking about.
He might, for all I know, he's full of shit. He's busting my butts. I mean, but you know, he sounds like
no, fuck that. I didn't want to lead with as a programmer, as a computer science major. I think that shit's fucking gay. But
that's pretty gay.
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't have believed you said that.
It's too fucking complicated to explain in any sort of depth. Because it's boring.
Yeah.
People don't care because it's boring.
And I stick pencils up my nose, and I'm stupid. You know? How you gonna explain that to me? No, I get what you're saying, dude. 100%. 100%. Like, I don't know if it's a scam or not. You know, something tells me it's going to stick around just because everybody's saying it's a scam. Take care, man.
Well,
Thanks for the call.
It's never going to die. Thank you.
Take care. Take care. I don't know. Did we have this other guy, Shih Tzu, on or whatever his name is?
Yeah, he's the one, like,
the fuck
didn't do
out
so
of here.
well.
Wow, 500 people, man. Thank you guys for all your fucking generosity.
Yep.
And all that other happy horse shit. Stop simping. Okay, fine. Everybody blame Mari. I'm leaving and ending the show. I'm not going to simp. Don't simp for me. I won't simp. Blame Mari.
Blame in the show, Tom.
I'm ending it because of Mari. Attack her. Don't. Kidding. See?
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist.
Special shout out to Muhammad, Mansour, and the Doctor. They're on this list. They'll be on there soon too.
I ain't never been a liar, got tired
Dr. Dismal, sorry, Dr. Dismal.
Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree.
Fucking Nick's fault. I mean, no, it's not.
6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli.
BowBlax's
Don't
fault.
make me read them eagles to you like I'm Shit Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Let me speak!
Good one.